That's embarrassing, guys. All right, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about how I started the stream with the the chat with the mic turned off. We're not gonna. We're just gonna gloss over that real quick. Just pretend you guys could hear me the whole time. All right. You guys heard what I was saying. All right. You guys know me like that. You could hear. You understood what I was saying. All right. You could read my lips. Anyway. Leaks and box. Lots of stuff to look at here. We didn't hear anything. Fuck you. He said praying kid tier 0 after new box. Yes, exactly what I said. Word for word. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Oh, I do have alerts on actually. Should probably turn them on too. Alerts. The alerts. There we go. I think I got a raid too. Thank you, Tom, for the raid. Appreciate it, buddy. It's like I was a bit muted, so I didn't actually get to say anything about the raid, but thank you for it. Appreciate it. Alright, so we've got a lot of stuff to cover. A lot of stuff. We've got the entire new box to go through, which is a lot of cards, as it's a main box, right? A lot of stuff in here. And of course, we've got the leaks for, I think, most of the structure deck, some of the anniversary stuff, and a bunch of sales and stuff, and also the skills. So first thing we'll start with is definitely the skills. So we'll start with that first. Can we talk about Smoke Grenade being banned? No. Fuck Smoke Grenade. Defenser, yep. I don't think my chat's a bit bigger, so I actually read you guys. I don't know why I have my chat so small. There we go. Alright, so let's get into it, shall we? Let's start reading some cards. Or reading some skills we'll start with. Alright, so we'll start from the board. No, we'll start from the top. Alright. Skills. Alright, let's get all over the place today. Yeah, fuck it, let's get into it. Alright. First skill we've got. The Mother Tree Sees All. At the beginning of the duel, add, I think you see me for the 34 months. Holy! That's a long ass time.
Get your life together.
That's a long ass time.
Worthless.
Appreciate it, bud. That'd be a violent skill in here. Yes. Just, soon. The Mother Tree Sees All. At the beginning of the duel, add one SUNAVALON what the fuck is that? Trentiate? How am I going to pronounce any of these cards, man? Trentiate? That even a word? Anyway. It's your extra deck, and if there are 2 or less SUNAVALON, blah blah, in your deck, add 0 to 3 Sunseed, blah blah, so that it contains 3 copies. During the end phase, if you took battle or effect damage, gain 500 life points. Alright, so don't need to care about that skill. That's probably the skill you get for just, like the very first skill you get, and we're not going to use that one. There are 2 very good skills with this, so. Did you just hear Dale? You did hear Dale. Dale has been my sub alert for ages on YouTube. Say it correctly, please. Say what correctly? How do you say this correctly? Yes. Ask Google. Good fucking point. Like, thank you, Marco. You're right. Sorry. Alright, here we go. This has to be the exact way, alright? It would not lie to me.
SUNAVALON Driâtre entier. SUNAVALON Driâtre entier.
SUNAVALON Driâtre entier.
That is how I pronounced it, by the way. I pronounced it exactly like this. Alright, I pronounced it exactly. And this one says translate from Hindi, so maybe it's Hindi.
SUNAVALON Driâtre entier.
Huh?
SUNAVALON Driâtre entier.
No, come again.
SUNAVALON Driâtre entier.
Yes. There you go. Is it French? I don't fucking know. What is it? What language is this? Okay, hang on.
砂バロンドリエット連射位
There you go. There you go. That's how it's pronounced. That's the correct pronunciation. Thank you. SUNAVALON dry entry or something. Sounds like an infection. Wikipedia says pronounced on the words Dryad, Atalantia, and 3A. Why is it got... Huh? Into the spec the voice slides? I cannot be asked. Oh. Alright, Harry has sent me a link. I hope this isn't a virus. Oh my god, you sent the voice slides, for fuck's sake. Oh,
I love to experiment when I cook, using new ingredients and mixing up flavors and textures.
Before me, link for SUNAVALON Triatrentier!
That is basically what I said. That's actually basically what I said. Anyway. Can we go with the skills now? Have we had enough reading this stupid card name? Alright. You can only use the skill's second and third effects once per duel. At the beginning of the duel, add one of each 3 Sunvine monsters with different names to your extra deck. During this duel, you cannot special summon monsters except Earth, Plant, or Link monsters. Shuffle 1 monster from your hand into the deck, then add 1 Sunvine effect monster or Sunseed effect monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. If a monster is on your opponent's field, shuffle 1 plant monster from your hand, face up field, graveyard, or among your banished cards into the deck, then play 1 Sunseed from your deck to your field and face down its bench position. It can be changed. Its battle position can be changed. Alright, so this skill seems really good. So for those that don't know how this deck works, which I also don't really know how it works per se, I just know that the entire deck can work from just a singular copy of a normal monster. If you get this on the field, you can do your full combo just off this one singular card. So the fact the skill can place it on the field is pretty insane, because it means you can basically try for your combo twice, right? If your opponent disrupts you the first time, you can just place this on the field and try again. So that third effect already makes the skill seem really good. The shuffle, of course, for a search to grab a hold of this card, or it can search for a Sunvine effect monster, which I'm not sure which ones exist currently, because I haven't read the cards yet, but I assume there's probably some good ones in there. And the first one, putting some monsters in your extra deck, is also pretty good, considering the extra deck for this, I hear, is incredibly tight, because you literally summon, like, 62 monsters as part of your first combo, so... Not using U-block. I don't use ad blockers because, well, I do use ad blockers, I just don't use ad blockers for YouTube. I don't think I have one on, I have Norton on this. Why do I have Norton on this? But I don't have, I don't think I have ad blockers on this account. I have it on my other account. Don't quit me pronouncing wrong. Come on, man. I heard the voice actors play dull with these voice slides, as you should be. Anyway, this skill seems really good. Adding stuff to the extract's good. Placing a dude on the field is good, because it's literally your full combo off just that guy. And searching for it is good too, so yeah, this skill is probably going to be the go-to skill. Alright, then we have the next one, which I also hear is a good skill. Use this skill's second effect once per turn. At the beginning of the duel, if all monsters in your extra deck are linked monsters of different names, add 5 SUNAVALON monsters of different names to your extra deck. That is a what? How big is your extra deck at that point? 13 cards or something? Also, for the rest of this duel, you cannot special summon monsters except Earth, Plant monsters, or Link monsters. Shuffle 1 SUNAVALON monster, Sunvine monster, or Sunseed monster from your hand into the deck to add your normal monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Or banished. So this skill is incredible for consistency, but this one also does the exact same thing. But the upside is you put a bunch more in your extra deck. So the difference between the two is, this one essentially gives you a better going second at the cost of less monsters in your extra deck, and this one gives you just way more monsters in the extra deck, but the cost of being a weaker turn 2. So ideally, we want the skill to be this one. Ideally. But depending on, because I was looking at a bunch of people trying to do combos with this deck, And the optimal 1-card combo I saw someone was doing, where they were getting both Link 4s on the field in one turn, cost 9 extra deck monsters. 9! Like, bro, it's literally doing, like, it's doing the Mayakashi fucking summons. It's actually just a Mayakashi deck. 9 extra deck summons on turn 1 for your combo is insane. Not sure if it's actually optimal yet. I haven't actually gone through the cards or seen the actual how the combos are done yet myself, but that's a crazy amount for just a 1-card combo. Next during this event, you can use 2 different skills. How broken do you think that would be? Is that actually confirmed, or are you just asking that as like a general question? Either way, that sounds interesting to say the least. Probably wouldn't be too broken, because a lot of the skills released nowadays have restrictions on them, so they'd just be conflicting with each other anyway. So you can't really play too much broken shit together. Second skill, add Sunvine. Third skill, add SUNAVALON. You mean, oh yeah. One's adding 5 of them though, and one's adding like fucking 3. It's pretty crazy. We have to wait and see which skill ends up being better. I assume it'll be this one, just because it makes going second a hell of a lot easier. Alright, moving on. The whole extra is on if the other player gets 3, you're out of gas. True. I think that might just be a Duel Links problem for the deck though in general. I think no matter which one you're using, you're probably going to be pretty out of gas after just one combo. Maybe, I don't know. Although I think the Link 4 can revive itself by banishing things from graveyard, right? So maybe you have some sort of revival gas going on there. I don't know. Anyway. SUNAVALON Mythos. Once per duel before your normal draw, you can change one of the cards from your normal draw this turn to Sun, Sea, blah blah in your deck. During this duel, you cannot spell summon monsters, blah 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 blah. Yeah, we don't care about this one. Link Restoration. You can only use this skill's first effect once per duel. During your main phase, return any number of Link monsters whose total Link arrows equal 4 or lower from your graveyard to your extra deck. Then you can make one monster your opponent controls lose attack equal to the total of those Link arrows times 100. I mean, we've kind of already got a way to sort of do this with the live twin skill everyone uses. I say it's a live twin skill, the generic skill, right? That has what's his face in it, so probably not that impactful. I mean, if you wanna recycle your extra deck really badly, I guess. But yeah, I think we've already got a Legend of the Heroes is better. But if you're absolutely desperate for the add back, and I guess Live Twin does have a little bit of problem with low attack stats, so I guess I don't know, maybe. I doubt it though. I think the current Live Twin skill with the life point gain is probably better. Alright. Link Earth Race. You can use this skill if your extra deck contains an Earth Link monster. At the beginning of the duel, gain 1500 life points. Once per turn during your main phase, you can choose one Link monster on your field. It gains 300 attack at the end of this turn. If an Earth monster is on your field or in the graveyard, the chosen monster gains an additional 300 until the end of this turn. Sure, I mean, I could see this being played somewhere. We do like life point gain skills, I guess, currently. So, maybe. I doubt it. It's obviously not the greatest skill out there. It's one of those, I don't know, they had a little trend recently of releasing skills like this, right? They had a bunch of ones people were going to use with Xyz and Suship and stuff. You like these skills? I mean, I like that they exist, but I don't particularly see they can have, like... It's hard to see an actual use for them most of the time. Like, 'cause even the one release that could be used in Suship, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be using them. And Suship's like a perfect deck for the Xyz version of it, and it just doesn't use it. Why is this happening? This is Duel Links' way of stopping people getting OTK'd. Smile. Maybe they saw the they saw the FTK with the coin toss skill, and they're like, alright, here's the fix. We release a whole bunch of life gain skills. Just leave a life support, I guess. I mean, it's a nice skill, but I don't think it's gonna I just don't think it'll matter too much. When they just increase the life point cap, because it makes the skills that don't increase the life points have like a little bit of a downside, you know? Holy! 10 gift. I don't think I've ever had. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever had that many. That's an insane amount. Bless got gifted one? Wait, I thought Bless was already a member. What the hell, Bless?
Worthless piece of shit. Can't even get anything.
Thank you, buddy.
right.
Appreciate it.
An absolute disappointment of a YouTuber. Get your life together.
I should really actually update emotes
Loom,
and stuff for
worthless
gifted.
piece of shit.
Oh, because I
Can't
gifted like
even
10
get
times.
anything
Oh my
right.
god.
An absolute disappointment of a YouTuber. Get
Yeah, appreciate
your
that, buddy.
life
Thank you.
together. Worthless. Loom, you worthless
Alright,
piece
I
of
think we
shit.
could,
Can't even get.
We're dull enough. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Sunball? Appreciate it, buddy. Alright, Bloom of Avarice. This skill's effect can be used once per turn and twice per duel. During your main phase, shuffle 3 plant monsters from your graveyard into the deck, then draw 1 card. That's actually not bad. That's a pretty good skill. Probably not going to be used in the SUNAVALON deck, I imagine. But the actual skill itself sounds pretty good. Just shuffle 3 back into the draw 1. Is there any good plant decks outside of the stuff being released? I might have looked up that. Aurora Mage. That's actually a pretty good skill. This is to draw 1. That can be used twice. TRAPTRIX or Agents? Yeah, TRAPTRIX could use it. Yeah, Rush Duel effect. Yeah, it is. That's good. I wonder if any deck will ever use this. I can definitely see a deck using this in the future. I'm not sure what deck would though, considering the powerful skills we're currently getting, but maybe some deck that comes out that uses it. Should I be prepared to build either of them from now? Which decks? Alright. Link Dark Rays. You can use this skill if your extra deck contains a Dark Link monster. At the beginning, is this the exact same? It's the exact same but for Dark. Alright, sure. Sure. Zombie Exchange. You can use this. Why is there another zombie skill, huh? Are we past the zombie trend now, Konami? We had like a whole couple of months of zombie trend, alright? Can we move past this? You can use this skill twice per duel. At the start of your main phase, place one level 5 or higher zombie monster from your hand to the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. Okay, sure. I think we're all past the zombie trend by now. Can we move on from zombies? I've had enough. I've definitely had enough of the zombies. So good for Evil Eye? Oh yeah, just the attack buff and stuff. Alright, Dark Fluid Link. Alright, so this is going to be for the structure deck. Now it's Plants vs Zombies meta? God damn it. Shut up, Marco. Alright, you can only use this skill second and third effects once per duel. You cannot normal spell summon monsters except Cyburst monsters. If your extra deck contains a Link 5, reveal 1 Firewall monster or Ritual monster in your hand. Then banish 5 monsters from outside your deck. These monsters can be special summoned. Add 1 Signet spell from your deck to your hand. If you activate this effect on the second turn onwards, you can also add a Signet rollback from outside your deck to your hand. Target one of your banished Cyburst monsters, special summon it. During your main phase, if your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target 2 of your banished Cyburst monsters, add them to your hand. So you can have a spell card that essentially grabs one of those banished cards and puts them back on the field. I forget what the 5 monsters are exactly. I think it was leaked what the 5 monsters are. If you have special summon Decode Talker during this duel, shuffle up to 5 cards from your graveyard into the deck. Alright, this skill's a little bit weird because it's obviously meant to be used with Dark Fluid, right? But Dark Fluid requires them to be in the graveyard. Does it not? This card's link summon, you can place count on this card equals number of different types in your graveyard. It's a Cyberburst, Fusion, Synchro Xyz, Cyberburst Mission, and Firewall. I mean, the Cynet rollback thing seems sick, just adding a card back, but I'm very confused as to why they thought this was like the Dark Fluid synergy skill. Because it doesn't really have any synergy with Dark Fluid. Because they're banished still, or they're shuffled into the deck. This will make way more sense if it put them in the graveyard, not put them in the deck. I'm very confused. And this card gains 2,500 attack for each counter on it during the battle phase. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can remove one counter from this card, negate the activation. Also, if this effect was activated between this card's attack declaration and the end of the damage step, this card can make another attack in a row. I mean, I guess maybe it'd be too strong if they did it the other way around, but I just don't know. The skill is worded so weirdly. I don't know why they would. Yeah, just open dimensional. Then it's a good skill. 3 copies of dimensional just to make the deck feel good. I don't know. Hey, Grouch. The ritual in hand is in the new box. In hand is in the new box. Think it makes the connection. You can easily make 4 counters Dark Fluid. Yeah, but I think that was kind of the point. I don't know. There's a card that solves the skill in the box. Alright, well, we'll have to look at it later then. If there's like a Cynet card you search for that solves it, that'll make a lot more sense too, but I don't know. Anyway, not sure about this skill, completely unaware of how it's going to work or not. I don't even think the entire structure deck's leaked yet, so we're probably not going to talk too much about Dark Fluid today, just because we don't really know how good it will be anyway. Or can't even really predict. Oh, it's a ritual monster? What have we currently got? Yeah, we don't even know what spells and stuff we're getting, so it's hard to even say how good this deck will be. So, anyway, let's move on. Borrow Load Link. Alright, you can only use this skill second and third effects once per duel. During this duel, you can normal summon set monsters whose sum of attack and defense equal 4,000 without tributing, but you cannot normal spin or summon monsters except Dark, Cyberburst, or Dark Dragon monsters. Reveal 1 level 7 or higher dragon monster in your hand, then send 2 level 7 or higher dragon monsters from your hand and or deck to the graveyard, and add 1 monster whose sum attack and defense equals 4,000 from your deck to your hand. This turn you cannot spell summon monsters from the extra deck except link monsters. If a monster is on your opponent's field or in their graveyard, play 1 link to borrow monster from your extra deck to your field. Alright, so this skill is interesting because it has a lot of good qualities, but the restrictions are kind of nasty. So the aim of the skill is to focus around the ritual. At least that's what it's trying to get you to do. The ritual and the link monsters. So, unlike what current ROKKET does, where you summon like the Xyz monsters, you summon the Synchro monsters, it's a lot harder to do that. No field spell access as well. You also notice that the restriction you can sort of get around a little bit because it doesn't lock you until you actually use that part of the skill. But yeah, and of course, yeah, the other important thing, especially in current meta, is we search Lancia. It has 4,000 in stats, so you can search Lancia, which means if you're a PK player, I think PK is going to be pretty dead after this box, or at least heavily not tier 1 anymore, because there's now 3 different decks that are going to be searching Lancia, or two or 3? I can't remember. There's a couple of decks searching Lancia now, so yeah, I think Agent also searches this card, so yeah, so I'm not sure about this. It seems okay. Like, the ritual monster does do some cool things. We'll talk about the ritual later on, but it's essentially 2 disruptions in 1, sort of. And yeah, you search your hand trap as well. Your Lancia. So it could be alright. I'm not... Just with this current strength of the meta, though, I'd be surprised if this turned out to be a top-tier deck. The restrictions seem a little bit too harsh for it. You mean Wilhelm PK the Raptors with Sky Strikers? Nice, nice. You can search Lancia with Side Rangers. I think it's enough, but oh well, it's a thing. Well, at least someone out there still playing Side Ranger. Someone's still repping the deck. How's the Ritual 2 and 1, by the way? Hasn't the Ritual got a graveyard effect? Where is it? What's this stupid card's name? Is it a rocket card? This dude, right? You can summon this card with Heavy Interlock. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can negate the summon. If you destroy it, then destroy this card or rocket monster. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target a borrow or rocket monster in your graveyard, destroy one card you control on your hand. If you do, add that target to your hand. Was that second effect, not a quick effect? Oh, it's not a 2-on-1. I thought it was a 2-on-1. Oh god, it's actually only one negate. It's actually only one disruption. I thought the second effect was also a quick effect. I mean, it can recur itself, which is pretty cool, but the it's only one disruption. Yeah, I don't see this deck being that great. I don't know. If Rockets don't get Striker as a level up, they won't cut it. Striker is definitely... The lack of a field spell definitely hurts the deck a lot. I'll probably still try out the deck anyway, but I don't think it's going to make the cut. I'd be surprised. Or at least it'll feel like current Rocket, where it's like... If you go first, you can set like 3 trap cards or something, and maybe you're good to go. You know? But going second, just like, I mean, at least going second has the last part of the skill, right? At least put something on the field. I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, moving on. Moving on to a skill that is actually hella broken, and if they didn't limit Herald, it would have been absurdly broken. Tuning in the Sky. You can only use this skill second and third effects once per turn. You cannot spell summon monsters except the Agent monsters, Hyperion monsters, Synchro monsters, or Nor monsters. Send 2 the Agent monsters from your deck to the graveyard, then add 1 Sanctuary in the Sky from outside your deck, outside the deck to your deck. Then you can apply the following effects. Shuffle 1 Hyperion monster or Nor monster from your hand to the deck, then add 1 Agent monster or Hyperion monster from your deck to your hand. Shuffle 1 monster from your graveyard into the deck, then choose up to 2 fairy monsters on your field and treat those as tuner monsters. This skill is absurdly custom. It is completely fucked. So we've got consistency searches. We've got ways to recycle the balls, put the balls back in your deck, so you can actually use them more than 3 times. It can turn things into tuners for you. Like, this is actually just an absurd skill. It is ridiculous. I've been seeing a lot of comboing and stuff people are doing with this deck, and you basically end on fields like... And I'll show off these combos in a video tomorrow, I think. Some of them, anyway. At least that's the goal. Where is the... I think it's just a screenshot of the end field. Oh, yeah. This is the basic end field you can do with it. Get your Sunbreaker on field, have your Hyperion on field, and you have the Herald of Green Light in hand to negate a spell card to defend the Sunbreaker. So if your deck can't play through Sunbreaker, even if you open a tech to out it, it gets negated. Very, very cool. And this is a 1 card, by the way, so you still got like whatever amount of cards still in hand. Although you need a Fairy in hand for the Green Light. You can also search Lancia with this too. You don't have to search this, you can search Lancia. So there's that. Very, very, very strong skill. Should probably be, this is probably expected to be the best skill, or the best deck from the box, at least expected currently. How it turns out, God knows, but yeah. I'm surprised Sunbreaker isn't nerfed. Honestly, same. I thought Sunbreaker would be nerfed the second it got popular in Sky Striker, whenever that was. It's stuck to me right now, get off. Yeah, the second it got popular in Sky Striker, I thought it'd get a fat ban. But I guess they kind of want Blue Eyes to be the best deck currently, and having Sunbreaker in the meta does help that, considering it's like one of the only decks that doesn't care about it. Thing is, not all decks can use it. That's cap. The argument that Floodgates can't be used because your deck might get affected by it is a little bit cap, considering you think Agent are happy to have a Summon Breaker on the field for them? Hell no. It affects them as well, but having it on the field means your opponent can't play, so if you do your full combo, activate it, you probably win the game. It's like if they search Necro Valley, I don't think they would care. They would probably care if it turned path back and they were still on the field and you couldn't really continue, but... We figured out the 2-card combo ending on 2 Link 4s with the second skill though, so he doesn't use the first one. Now feel free to post the replay in the Discord. I won't be showing it on stream today, but that'll be for the video tomorrow. Oh my god, I love Floodgates. I die for Rivalry of Warlords. Hell yeah. Put in the skill drain as well. Fuck it. Fuck it. Main problem with agents I'm seeing is that you either open the Lancier / remover or die to Ophion. Maybe, but you are playing green. You're playing Lancier and you're playing greens. You're playing 2 hand traps. Just innately. And I don't think you instantly die to Ophion, do you? I don't know, maybe. Alright, moving on. TRAPTRIX Ground. Alright, you can use this skill's first and second effect if your deck, excluding extra deck, contains 12 or more TRAPTRIX monsters, and all monsters in your extra deck are Xyz monsters. Once per turn during your main phase, you can play 1 TRAPTRIX monster from your hand to your field. Once per turn during your main phase, if it is the turn 2 and onward, you can send 1 TRAPTRIX monster a whole trap card from your hand to the graveyard, then add 1 Treacherous Trap Hole from outside of your deck to your deck. Then you can add 1 TRAPTRIX monster, a whole monster, normal trap, sorry, a card from your deck to your hand. Alright, so TRAPTRIX is... It's hard to say how good this deck will be, because there's a lot of upsides to it, and at the same time, it's not... It didn't give us, like, the Link monsters, or a way to use any Link monsters or anything, so it makes the deck feel a little bit weird. The Treacherous thing's also super odd, because the Treacherous is super good going second. You get your 2 monsters on the field, you put your Treacherous in the deck, then you can activate your Xyz monster to pop 2 cards, because you can use trap holes from the deck. But it also means that if you don't use the Treacherous, it's going to be a very dead card very quickly, considering, you know, you play a trap hole deck, you're going to use trap cards at some point. So this is a bit weird. This card can become dead very quick. And you don't even get the search on turn 1, so you're only getting the... You're only getting the search on turn 2, right? So the only thing this skill is doing on turn 1 is it's letting you do an extra normal summon, or an extra, yeah, it's, I guess normal summon, but letting you go into the Xyz monster really easy, I guess. Oh yeah, and Raph is limited to 1, so that's a bit annoying. I don't know, I like the skill, but at the same time, it's a little bit weaker than the current skills we're getting, so the deck really has to carry itself just based on the archetype, which is hard to say how good it will be. On the bright side though, even if it does turn out to be a not so great deck, it's going to be a very easy deck, I imagine. So if you're someone that hasn't been a fan of all these big-ass super combo decks that's doing like trillions of combos and has a lot of difficulty, this will probably right up your alley. It's going to be one of those decks where it's like, hey, I put 2 monsters on the field, I make my rank 4, I set and I pass. Good luck. It's going to be one of those kinds of decks, so it could be fun to play. I'll be enjoying it. I was a fan of TRAPTRIX and Master Duel, so I'll probably enjoy it in Duel Links as well. Doesn't TRAPTRIX have 3 link monsters? Yeah, and they have one very important one, which we're not getting. They also have one very important trap card we're not getting. There's one thing I was very surprised about, because I had a quick look at the box. There's no trap hole trap card in there. They're releasing TRAPTRIX, but they didn't release a new trap hole. There's like 3 trap holes we could have gotten that are all really good, so I was kind of surprised about that. But anyway, it was a little bit weird. Alright, this is a event skill. Is this one an event skill as well? Use the following effect once per turn. The effect can be can only be selected once per duel. Play one forward skipper from outside your deck to your field. Okay. Increase the attack of all monsters on your field by the total number of link arrows on your field times 1000. Triple the attack of all link. Oh, these are all just skills for the event, right? These are event skills, right? Yeah. Alright, moving on. Structure deck. So we are getting a alternate art, what's his face? Which is, not gonna lie, that's a really good looking alt art. There's a lot of alt arts in this game that I think are very... But damn. That is a nice alt art. Wait, there is a new, Wait, I've gotta just have a quick look. Quick gander. There's a new trap hole in here? Is there? Oh, there is a new trap hole. I lied. Oh, they gave us the fun one too. They gave us the whatchamacallit? The shuffleback. Oh, they gave us another one as well. Wait, I missed a whole bunch. What the? Am I just brain damaged? I'm actually just brain damaged. Maybe I was looking at the leaks. They gave us a whole bunch actually. Never mind. And they gave us the fun one. The one that says pendulums suck my ass. Anyway, we'll talk about those later. I'm just stupid. Low rarity too. Goddamn, Floodgate Trap Hole is a box chip card, and the Floodgates in here, or the trap holes in here are low rarity. God damn. I'm excited to use this one. I'm not sure about the other two. I've never seen these two before, so I assume they're not very good. But this one I know is good. This one's hell yeah. I'm excited to use this one. Should be fun. Anyway. Yeah, no Gravediggers is a bit of a rip. Alright, sign it right. So yeah, we got the new access code, whatever his stupid name is. Very cool. Moving on. TRAPTRIX bundle, which is going to give us our RAF. So I guess we can go through RAF now. Our girl, Rafflesia. This card is unaffected by trap effects while it has exceeds material. TRAPTRIX monsters you control except TRAPTRIX, RAF, blah blah blah, cannot be destroyed battle or card effects. Your opponent cannot target TRAPTRIX monster you control except itself with card effects. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can attach one exceeds material from this card and send one whole normal trap card that meets its activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that trap card's effect when this card is activated. Alright, so turn 1, you put this thing on the field, and then immediately, every single trap hole you have in your deck is live. Which is really cool. So going second, you get this thing out, your skill puts Treacherous in your deck, you activate the effect of this card to use the Treacherous to pop 2 cards on the field, for example. Going first, yeah, just have access to every single trap hole available in the game on turn 1 with just this card, which is really cool. Oh yeah, that's also important. I saw someone mention this at DLM. It's a generic card, so you could put this thing in any rank 4 deck and then just play a Floodgate Trap Hole and you have a solid turn 1. For example, Suship might like this card, maybe? Considering Suship is kind of looking for turn 1 cards, you could play this in Suship. I don't think Suship has a limit 1 currently. Perform Mage 2. Any deck that I'm not sure, does Perform Mage not have a limit 1? Really? Oh no, Perform Mage likes playing Econ. Is it Econ? I swear there's a card they like using. Do they not? Oh no, they don't actually use that very often. Oh yeah, they'll play, some people play, I play this card. I was playing Berserkion. So I'd have to remove Berserkion for it, which feels pretty bad, but I guess you could play it. It's probably better turn 1. Oh, I don't know if it's better or worse than Berserkion. It kind of locks the cards underneath it. I don't know. Won't Treacherous be dead after turn 1? Yes, it will. Yeah, so very, very good card. I wonder what decks are actually going to... There will be some... There's got to be at least some rank 4 decks that will want to try this outside of TRAPTRIX. The one that comes to mind is Suship, just because every time I see a rank 4 deck, the first thing I think of is Suship. So, new Suship support, boys. New turn 1 for Suship. I think I'll actually try that. No joke. It would probably be very late if I try it out because there's so much new box stuff to try out. But I definitely will give that a go. I think that sounds really good. Unironically, that sounds really good. Because Suship has a really banger go on second. It's their turn 1 that's a bit of a warrior right now. Rive is definitely a very good turn 1. We probably run Floodgate in Suship? Probably. Just one. You play a single copy of Floodgate Trap Hole. And you've got, yeah, disruption for it. Or you can play the new Trap Hole card, or one of the other ones, whichever one you want to play. You can even play multiple Trap Holes. It's not like Suship has, like, no tech space at all, so. Alright. We have Master Flare Hyperion coming from a box. Coming from a sale as well. Hyperion. Alright. 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner fairy monsters. And keep in mind this guy is limit 1, which is why we can't play Herald in this deck, which is a big hit to the deck, to be fair. You can send 1 agent monster, or 1 monster that mentions the Sanctuary of the Sky from your hand, deck, or extra deck to the graveyard until the end phase. This card's name becomes the sent monster's original name, and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. Very important, because it can send various monsters from your extra deck to the graveyard, including the Parshath Link monster, so you can use the effect of this card to just search for stuff from your deck. So, very important. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish 1 fairy monster from your hand or graveyard, target 1 card on the field, and banish it. So pretty similar to Berserkion, sort of, except this one's target. I don't think Berserkion's target, but very similar. Similar sort of disruption that your opponent activates an effect, you get to respond by banishing something. So it is disruption, but it's a little bit weak form of disruption in that your opponent gets to actually use an effect. But disruption is disruption. And if Berserkion gets played with the with his disruption effect, this one will too, definitely. I mean, this one will definitely get played just because the skill is hella busted, so... Oh yeah, you also can't play Divine Punishment stuff with this either, because it's limit 1. But yeah, should be good, should be good. Not much else to say about it. It's disruption, and it's your main combo piece for searching for your stuff from your deck, just from sending stuff from your extra deck. Sending your Link monster, the Parshath dude, who was in the box. This one. Who we'll talk about when we get to it. Agent Tier 1. It probably would have been until the Herald nerf. Now it might not be. It might be, it might not be. It's kind of, it's hard to say. There's a lot of good stuff about it. There's also a lot of bad stuff about it. I think the main sort of downside people were looking at currently was your sort of, a lot of your combos to defend your field spell, right? Your Summon Breaker, if you're going with that, you're searching for the discard card. So you discard a card to negate spell cards, so negate Cosmic Cyclones and MST and stuff. But the discard one does mean you're losing a lot of cards in hand very quickly. It's 90% sure it'll be tiered, but where it ends up being, it's kind of hard to say. Especially considering there's like, Blue Eyes is kind of annoying for it as well. Like, Blue Eyes just sort of normal summons and you're just like, you know? I mean, just can set up a Book of Moon style effect, I guess, but the standard turn 1 people were looking at doesn't really do much against Blue Eyes, so you'd have to play a different turn 1. And it's not like the deck can't have like a customizable turn 1 to go for specific matchups, but yeah, it's going to take a lot of building, I think, this deck, to see what builds end up being the best and what combos end up being the best. But it's looking pretty good. Alright, Nightmare Bundle for a nice Nightmare Unicorn. Very cool. They can at least give us the alternate art for the bundle, right? That was a little bit fucked up. But I guess it might be coming in this box anyway. Anniversary box, which will be a lot of alt arts, I believe, and a lot of reprints. So if people that like alt arts, that's cool. I assume that's Firewall. Borrow Load, I think that's what those are. Yeah, I don't know why they gave us the vanilla one. It was weird. But yeah, there's some alt arts. People that enjoy the alt art enjoyers out there. Actually, we'll go. Let's have a look at one of the alt arts. Firewall. Is it this one? This one? There you go. There's one of the alt arts. Not a huge fan of this one myself. Not gonna lie. I think that's Borrow Load. I don't actually know what that card is. It looks like him. I assume it's this guy. It is. I prefer the OG art to this one too. Yeah, these old arts might be a miss from me. The last one, I was a huge fan of the Trickstar one, but this one, I don't know. They're a bit of a miss for me. But yeah, it should be a hella reprints in this box for people that are interested in whatever archetypes are in there. Alright, NPC cards. I mean, this card is coming from a skill, so I'm not sure it's an NPC card. Are these really NPC cards? Okay, I mean, I don't care about NPC cards, so probably moving on. Are we sure these aren't going to be level up rewards? SUNAVALON cards becoming NPC cards and not being level up rewards? Are we sure about that? Are we sure we aren't going to get this on a level up? Oh, the lots are above? Oh, okay, so it's not there? Alright. Alright. Are you telling me I went through all the alt arts just to find them up here anyway? God damn it. Alright, so there's the alt art, there's the alt art. This one does look pretty good. I do like the decode one, but decode's coming from a structure deck, so we get it anyway. Tour guide with the lads in the back. Holy. Holy. Tour guide with the reverse harem going on. What the... Alright, that one's kind of cool. I actually quite like that one. Dark Fluid, who we spoke about earlier. Firewall Phantom, who are you? If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for the Link Summon or Sideburst monster, you can add one Signet spell trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, then discard one card. You banish this card from your graveyard during the end phase of this turn, shove one Sideburst monster from your graveyard into the deck. Okay. Level 5? Ugh. I mean, level 5 seems a little bit awkward. But searching for a Signet card seems good, so... Probably alright somewhere. I assume there'll be some combo that can use this thing. Level 5 is a bit of an awkward level, but... I guess we're special summoning most of the time in Cyberburst anyway. It's not like we're going to be planning to normal summon it. You summon it using Defender? He was on my screen. He was literally on my screen. Why did I even search? Hello? He was right there. Where'd he go? Really? I just saw him. I'm gonna lose it. What? Oh, Defenser. Why did he show up my screen for 2 seconds? What? Hello? He was on there. I saw him. Bro, show up. There he is. Okay. If this card sent to the graveyard as material for the Link Summon of a Sideburst monster, you can summon 5 monsters from your deck. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And this card then summons itself back, right? Oh no, you can spell summon monsters to its deck. If I want to control, we destroy by a card of it. Oh, yeah. Alright. So this gives you a Signet search as well. That sounds pretty sick. Alright. Should be pretty good. Alright, Goki the Great Ogre. Is that an alt art as well? Yeah, I don't think it's different enough from the previous one to care. Code Radiator. If a Cyber's monster control be used as link material for a Code Talker monster, this card in your hand can also be used as material. Okay, so another one of those cards. If this card sends the graveyard from the hand or field to the graveyard from material of a code, blah blah blah. You can target one monster your opponent controls, changes attack to 0, also negates effects. Ooh. Bit of a Lunar Light style effect going on there. If this card on the field was used as material, you can target 2 monsters instead. You don't use the effect, blah blah blah. Okay, a searchable card that reduces attacks to 0. That sounds pretty good. He's literally right here. I'm so dumb. Anyway. Okay. I see it. Definitely more of a going second card though. I can see this is probably like a one-off searchable thing. Who is it? God, there's one of these scam fucking calling things. Fuck off. Alright. Proxy Horse. If you use this card you control as link material for a Cyberse monster, one Cyberse monster in your hand can also be used as material. During your end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 2 link monsters in your graveyard, including at least one Cyberse monster, return them to the extra deck. The thing about all these Cyberse cards is there's a lot of cards that sort of just do the same thing in Cyberse, right? So it's like, I mean, this card seems pretty good, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, there's like 5 other cards that do something similar, or like some way to one card combo anyway. So will this get used? Honestly, I don't know. Like, if I'm normal summoning Lady Debug, I'm not searching this thing. I'm searching, like, the, one of these cards, or the other version of this card that searches for the Cynet card. So will this card get any use? Beats me. It seems like a good card, but they're all just extenders with different effects, so which extenders end up seeing play? I don't fucking know. I'm not much of a Cyberse player, but there's a lot of different extenders and stuff going on now, so not sure if this one makes the cut out of the 52,000 that exist. Defenses, card we just went through. I didn't read the last effect though. If a fireball monster you control be destroyed by card effect, you banish this card from your graveyard instead. There you go. I think we got this via a skill actually recently or something, because I remember reading it for Duel Links specifically recently. Oh, Debug search level 3 or lower? Oh yeah, well, sure. Wouldn't change the fact you wouldn't search for this anyway, so. Alright, Sunvine Thrasher. A Link 1. If a SUNAVALON Link monster you control leaves the field by card effect, destroy this card. If this card is split or summoned, you can target one SUNAVALON Link monster on the field. This card gains attack equal to that monster's Link rating times 800. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can spell or summon that monster to your zone a Link monster points to, but negates effects. Oh, this is a hella OTK card. This thing gains a shit ton of attack. It gains a shit ton of attack and it can steal things. Could be fun. Could be fun. I see a lot of OTKs with this dude. Yeah, this card is a really big boy that can steal stuff. And the monster you steal can attack as well. The link arrow seems a little bit awkward though. Not that it matters too much, but when then you only have the other thing in the link zone. Anyway, it don't really matters. Thrash can attack multiple times with Meleus. Yeah. We'll go through that card later too. 4,000 beta? I don't think he's 4,000. He's 32, right? Oh no, he's got an 800 attack. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't counting his own attack. I thought it was 0 attack. Alright, moving on. SUNAVALON Bloom. When this card is activated, if you control a Link 4 or higher plant monster when this effect resolves, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Very strong effect. Negate everything? Very good. Yeah, and it's also a continuous. During the damage calculation... So, I should specify, the negate isn't like a continuous thing where you use it, where it becomes like a skill drain. It's just you use this, it negates things, right? So, it's not a skill drain card. During damage calculation, if your plant link monster battles, you can activate this effect. It gains attack equal to the combined attack of monsters it currently points to until the end of this turn. Oh my god, you make something real big. You only use the effect once per turn. Okay. So a negate that can also make one of your dudes really big. Means your opponent can't just swing over your monsters. And searchable with the link 4. So it seems pretty good. I think the turn 1 board, people were experimenting with this deck where Loom mentioned. Fuck's sake. Yeah, the turn 1 boards people were making with this generally end on 2 link 4s, one of which searches this. So yeah, easily searchable turn 1 negate for the boys. That also lets you stop your opponent beating over your monsters. So it should be good, should be good. You're glad SUNAVALON's free to play? Hang on, quick box check. We're not even using Blossom, right? We don't even use this, right? Like, the skill searches for these things already, unless you want to play... Nah, you don't even use it. The SR, you're playing 2 of this, I believe. But this is 1 rotation because it's a main box. Not sure how many of this you use. Probably not more than 2, though, if you are playing more than 2. Yeah, this seems pretty free to play. It's a 1 rotation box, right? If you do 1 rotation in the main box, you have all the stuff for it. Because there's no ultra-rares involved. There's legit no ultra-rares involved.
Card games on motorcycles!
So I'm pretty sure you're on 2 of this, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 1 rotation box, so this could be a really cheap deck. Giga cheap. Which will be, will be cool. It's kind of annoying, though. They keep making the cheap decks, like the, some more brain-orientated stuff. I'd like the cheap decks to be the decks that you can point new players towards. I don't really want to point a new player towards playing fucking SUNAVALON. I really don't. Like, this turns out to be the best new player deck just because of its, how cheap it is. That'd be so fucking annoying. Like, my god, trying to teach a new player to do, like, a 9 extra deck summon turn 1 is fucking painful, man. Otherwise, that's not even true. You cannot direct people, new players, to Blue Eyes, because they can't get Black Luster Soldier. This card is non-existent. It's from a campaign. If you didn't get this card when it was given out in the campaign, you're screwed. You can't play the deck properly. Also, it requires 3 copies of a structure deck, so you have to pay for one of them. It's a terrible deck to point new players towards. It's a terrible deck to point new players towards. Stupid. Two copies? Well, we'll still have to pay for one, right? I don't think they gave out one of those for free. I don't want to tell a new player to have to pay as soon as he gets the game. That sounds cringe. But yeah. Alright, moving on. Sunvine Crossbreed. Tribute 1 link monster, then target 1 other plant monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but negate its effects. You only use the effect once per turn. Are we using this? I don't know enough about the deck to see if we use this. Is this a card we might be using for anything? I honestly don't know. I mean, it's searchable, right? So maybe you want one of it just to revive stuff from graveyard, especially considering how tight the extra deck is. Maybe. Bad. It's bad. Now, the only reason I thought it looked like it might be useful is because, like I said, the extra deck gets used all in turn 1 a lot of the time, so maybe you want to revive just so you can just get cards back on the field to use or something. SUNAVALONs don't like hard ones per turn, so would rather prefer Monster Reborn. Yeah, but this one's it's talking about searchable versus non-searchable here. You can't just search a Monster Reborn. You can't just grab that out of your deck. I'd like to just grab it out of my deck, but that's not how that works. Alright, moving on. Shaman Octopus. Pay 100 life points. This card gains attack equal to the level of one normal monster in your graveyard times 100 until the end of this turn. Wow, that is very cool. Alright, moving on. Condemned Mate. There's another Condemned monster? There's more of them? During your opponent's turn, you can activate one quick play spell from your hand. Okay, yeah, we don't care. Moving on. I guess the goal of this thing is you summon this with the current Condemned Witch, right? Use your Witch, swap it over for this one, I guess. But by that point, they've already used their normal summon and gotten their search off it, so you don't even get your negate off of it. That sounds bad. Alright, moving on. Finally, we're starting off with the actual box itself now. Let's go. Box time, box time. Octopus could be good in Blue Eyes, theoretically. Nah. I don't think I'd even use it. Because the thing with Blue Eyes is, if it's in the graveyard, typically you want to summon it back to the field. But I guess you'd just use the effect first, then you'd summon it, so I guess you could. I guess maybe it could be used in Blue Eyes. Although it's only Blue Eyes is only a one of, so it's kind of awkward, but I guess it could work. Anyway, box cards. So getting through all the reprints and starting off here. Oh god, the no. Okay, so the deck I'm even more confused about than plants is Noble Knight. I've been watching Master gameplay of like Noble Knight shit or whatever, Infernobles, and my god, they combo for like 30 years and they have like 15 different effects in graveyard with equip spells and shit, so this is probably going to get very convoluted, and I'm not sure what card's going to be weird or good or bad. It's just, there's a lot of junk in this archetype, so fucked if I know. Let's just start reading some of the cards. INFERNOBLE Arms, Haunticleer. While this card's crit to a monster, you can target face-up monster you control. This turn, you cannot declare attacks with other monsters. Always can make a second attack during each battle phase, then destroy this card. If this card's sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was sent to the graveyard, you can target on face-up monster on the field, destroy it. Right. I mean, the second effect isn't even that bad. Like, if you equip this to a monster like the... Like, I don't even know how the negate dude works. Just, spoiler alert, is this card sent to graveyard from an equip? Oh no, because it has to be, the monster has to be sent to graveyard, right? But I guess if you like climb, like synchro climb using this thing, it becomes a pop, I guess. That's something. Doesn't sound like the greatest card though. I guess having a pop on the climb might be alright. Probably not though. Infernal joins and they banned the equip spell card. That's why they banned it. That's why it's banned. It's banned for that reason. Thankfully, Duel Links isn't as cringe when it comes to hand rips as like typical Master Duel and TCG are. It's very rare that we have hand rip cards in the game that are actually that useful. So thank God to Bandit Keith card is gone. Yeah, I don't know. This card doesn't seem that great, but maybe it's good for climbing or something. Who knows? INFERNOBLE Arms, Joyce. When this card is crit to a monster, you can target one fire warrior monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then destroy this card. Graveyard recycling, okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is sent to the graveyard, you spell summon one fire monster from your hand, and it... Graveyard recycling and special summons from hand. Is that good? That sounds alright. Maybe a one-off, or search for getting resources back from grave. Maybe use it as part of your particular combo to reuse a fire monster. Because you can grab back a fire monster, then you can use this card with your synchro summon you're doing, send it to the graveyard, and then special summon the card you added back. Snake Eye support? Stop. Wrong card game. Wrong card game. Yeah, I I don't know how this deck's a combo deck, so unless you know the combos, the cards in here are really hard to rate if they're good or not. This one seems pretty good, though, for some sort of combo, I assume. Oh, you can use one effect per turn? Ugh. Oh, that makes it a lot worse. That makes it a hell of a lot worse. Never mind, ignore me. Maybe not. Alright, Ancient Tree of Enlightenment. Hey, this guy's got a banger of a smile, though. God damn. That is a nice smile. Some droopy eyes and a nice smile. This guy's a pretty friendly-looking tree. The Ancient Arbor uses its extensive knowledge to avoid damage of enemy attacks. How is a tree avoiding damage? What's it doing? Bro, tell me if I walk up with an axe and just start chopping, this thing's gonna start just Matrix dodging me or what? Ain't no way. Maybe he's just dodging attacks based on that absolutely beautiful, gorgeous smile. Who wants to chop this guy down, you know? Tier 0 card. I mean, that's 600 attacks, looking pretty nasty. It's stuck in one place. Yeah, but he smiles at you, though. Oh, it's because of his extensive knowledge. Oh, you're right. How'd I miss that? Dude. Bro, if only I... That's true, actually. Using extensive knowledge to dodge. Of course, of course. Anyway. You can access it with Lone Fire Blossom, thank God. Alright. Baboon. Oh, it's a baboon, but it's a... What the fuck is this art? Yu-Gi-Oh! Has some weird-ass cards, man. What the fuck am I looking at? What am I looking at? Look at it! It's a baboon tree thing. What the fuck is this? Anyway, if this card is normal or special summon, you can draw one card and place one card of your hand on either the top one of the deck. If this card destroys battle or card effect, you special summon any number of baboon from your deck. Alright, cool. I wish this card was good, man. I would use this in every single deck, but it's looking pretty bad. Yeah, I wish this card was good, but it doesn't seem very good. It seems really good in like a normal format, though, like a normal rarity format. Might that be alright? Alright, so our first of our trap holes. It's good in Metal Phase, is it? Why is it good in Metal Phase? Hmm? To draw two? Is it? Oh, you pop with the pen. Oh.
Card games
Okay.
on motorcycles!
An actual reason to play pendulums for a change? Because it's got a cute little baboon tree thing to use? Okay. Wait a minute. Actual good card? Alright, never mind. This could be alright. Could be alright. Anyway. Break off Trap Hole. When a linked monster is link summoned, destroy all monsters on the field that are not linked. So, does... I forgot the name. It's Traff, right? Traff? No, it's not Traff. What's the stupid monster's name? I just got TRAPTRIX. Are you affected by your own trap cards? Oh, it's a wrap. I'm so stupid. Anyway. Oh, okay, it's not affected by your own. Okay. We've got one link deck. And it doesn't... And it likes being destroyed, honestly. Yeah. Currently, not looking like a card we're going to be using. Not necessarily a bad card. But current meta... Probably not what we're looking for. Even with the cards being released, probably not the card we're looking for. But in the future, could be alright, just not right now. Shiro relies on links though. Yeah, there's I guess. Well, it doesn't even really rely on links necessarily, does it? It sort of relies on going first. It relies on links. Going second, it doesn't care as much. The links, if anything, are just putting cards in graveyard. Going second. Yeah, and probably not currently. Alright. Celestial Night Lord Parshath. 2 fairy monsters. You can discard 1 card, add 1 Sanctuary of the Sky, or 1 card that specifically lists Sanctuary of the Sky in its text from your deck to your hand, or if the Sanctuary Sky is on the field, you can add 1 fairy monster instead. So just that first effect, very important to note. You can use your Master Flare Hyperion to put this in graveyard, then you can use Hyperion's effect to copy it to use that search effect. So this card is going to be needed in Agent just for searching, but you can't actually summon this thing in Agent. You can't actually summon it to the field because the skill restricts you out of summoning it. So, interesting card. I don't think we're actually going to see it summoned very often because it's not even going to be summonable in its own deck type. But it's needed for the search effect. It's also kind of important to note that if you want to build like a counter fairy deck where you didn't build around like the agent stuff and you just want to play counter fairy, this is really good for that because you can search for the counter trap that just got limited. So maybe there'll be some sort of build with that. Keep in mind, a lot of counter traps in Duel Links historically have been pretty fucking good. So, Omni Negate trap cards that is anyway, so I mean, never doubt counter traps in this game, so maybe some counter fairy deck might come out where people have fun with this card. That could be fun. But yeah, most of the time it's just going to be used in Agent to put in the graveyard to search, most of the time. Agent, you dump the level 1 Ultra and you search that way? Maybe. How likely do you think SUNAVALON is to be tiered, by the way? The main downside from SUNAVALON that I've seen is you're using your entire extra deck for like every combo. So your follow-up seems non-existent. But the combos you're doing seem okay. So take what you will from that. Will that be tiered? Current tier list is very powerful. This is probably like, I mean, every tier list should realistically be stronger than the previous outside like ban list waves because that's how power creep works. But the tier list right now in particular is really fucking strong. Zombies just got taken off. The zombie deck just got taken off and TG got taken off. That should be enough to just show you just how strong this fucking meta is currently. So yeah, will it be tiered? It has to compete with some pretty good decks right now. Some really good decks. So hard to say. It's hard to say. I'd want it to be tiered just because it's cheap, and cheap decks being free or strong is good, but yeah, very hard to say. Alright, moving on. Chobham Armor Dragon. Okay. This guy's head is way too small for his body, I'm just going to say it. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can spell summon this card from your hand in attack position. If you do for the rest of this turn, it cannot be destroyed in battle, and the damage you take from battle involving this card is halved? Okay. Shitty style Kite-Roid effect. If this card's into the graveyard as link material, you can target one other dart monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Also, your opponent can add one monster from their graveyard to their hand. Yeah. I don't know about this one, Chief. I think we're going to say no on this one. Probably a no. It's a no from me. How about we have at least a Snake Eye deck and just about... Yeah. Because TRAPTRIX might be an actually expensive deck? I mean, probably not. Floodgate is a box chip card. And the other ones are like, what, SRs? I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to use old boxes for them, though. Yeah. We have the standard trapper, huh? I guess they're all high rarity, huh? I mean, the only ones you're realistically using is you're getting this from the skill, you're using Floodgate, you're probably using Bottomless. Not using that. Not using that. Not using that. Probably not using that. Probably using that. Might use that one. And you're probably using Time Space. We haven't gone through this one yet. Yeah, I guess a lot of them are always... There's a lot of cards you might need that makes TRAPTRIX a little expensive. If you haven't gone through the old boxes. So I'm pretty sure this is the only box triple one, right? These ones aren't box... Actually, isn't one of these box triple now? I think we saw on the recent update from Box Chips. Isn't one of these also box triple? I forget which one. One of these two. Void? Yeah, Void is. So box triple, and then we have to rely on these two are the only expensive ones. I guess. Oh, try one Nightmares box triple. Oh, this guy's... Oh, these are both box triple. So the only one that's expensive is Bottomless. This is the only one that's hard to get. Just Bottomless. I mean, that's not that expensive. Like, right? Like, realistically, that's fairly cheap. The rest of the deck turned out to be cheap, that is. I guess the problem is this one is an ultra rare. That's the main problem. But yeah. Oh, Bomb is also in the anniversary box. Okay. Yeah, this is the reason it's actually expensive right here. You're gonna want 3 of this. Alright. Let's actually read what the card does now. If you have the box chip, then that's fair. Okay, does anyone in chat not have box chips saved currently? I have so many. I know I'm a bit of an outlier because I whale a bunch, but I have so many that every event just gives you box chips at this point. Like, surely most people have them saved for this. You have 500. You have like 7. Yeah, I think most people have box chips saved because like every single event just like they throw them at you now, which is good. It's great they're giving them to us, but I have so fucking many. Use them for Fabled. I guess that's might be true. Yeah. All right. Fabled seems to have ruined a few people's box chip runs, and that deck turned out to be, yeah, a deck. Alright, Deep Dark Trap Hole. When a level 5 or higher effect monster is special summoned, banish the level 5 or higher effect monster. What does Bottomless do? Oh, it's just, oh no, destroy then banish. You're probably not using this because Bottomless exists, right? I think you always use Bottomless over this. And if you're using Bottomless, because I don't think you're playing this as well as Bottomless. I think you're using Bottomless over this. It's not bad, but yeah, I think Bottomless is a better card. So not bad. I guess there you go. If you don't have Bottomless, there's your replacement. It's in the box, okay? If you don't have it, just use this. It's literally like very similar, but not quite as good. But there you go. There's a replacement. we can stop complaining about Bottomless being an ultra rare. You can just use this. I think RDA support's coming soon. I wish. There's some banger RDA cards that could come. Especially, I'm pretty sure they give us the Fiendish Chain Searching Trap card. I'm pretty sure we can get that, but anyway. They don't work with Season Link. That's true. That is true. Anyway, Execute Protocols. During each battle phase, you can banish 1 Dark Link monster from your graveyard, then target 1 borrow monster you control. Until the end of this turn, it gains attack equal to the attack of the monster banned. Okay, that sounds very cool and all, but we're moving on. Alright. Horn of Oliphant? Banish 1 equip spell you control on your graveyard, then you can destroy 1 card in the field. Okay. Destroy 1 Roland monster you control, then special summon in defense position up to 3 fire warrior monsters from your deck whose total levels equal 9, but their effects are negated. Also, until the end of the next turn after this effect resolves, you cannot special summon monsters except warrior monsters. Is this searchable? They didn't add Angelica, so you can't search it. Oh, it's bad then. If this was searchable, I actually think that sounds pretty good. But it's not searchable, so not playing it. I think. If it was searchable, this might actually see some play. But nah, not searchable. It's actually so weird that in Yu-Gi-Oh! The difference between a searchable trap card and a non-searchable trap card is so fucking huge. It's like, if it's searchable, it's like billion times stronger. If it's not searchable, it's like, yeah, okay, move on. That's so insane, actually. Anyway. INFERNOBLE Knight Captain Oliver. Okay, 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters, level 5. When this card declares an attack while equipped, you can target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy it. Okay, not the worst. During your main phase, except to turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 warrior monster you control, spell or summon this card from your graveyard as a tuner, and if you do equip that monster you control to this card as an equip spell. I mean, unless you need this guy for link climbing, he's probably not that good. But if you need him for link climbing, sure. Free to play all 5 staple? Nah, not really. He needs an equip spell. Most decks don't play equip spells. Now, unless this is part of like their combo and they need him for some reason, then how cool, despite being called Oliver? What is wrong with the name Oliver? What do you got against someone? What? What have you got against people named Oliver? What? Bro? Any Olivers in chat real quick? We've got to work this out. Is there any Olivers in chat real quick? We're gonna find out if you're cool or not, you know? Does there happen to be a guy named Oliver in chat? Oliver is a beta name? What do you guys got against the name Oliver? This is fucked up. What did Oliver do to you? You quit the monster you target to him? That's on the turn afterwards though, right? Not the... You revive him back from the graveyard, right? Yeah, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, so it's not that great. Damn, thank God there's no Olivers in chat. We'd have some problems, alright? Dude, all the Olivers just left the stream right there, alright? It's your fault. You just made me lose viewers, alright? All the Olivers, they just left. Thanks, buddy. Come on. You just lost me some ad revenue right there. Anyway, moving on. Now, I don't know if this card's good or not. It might just be part of the standard combo. The actual effect doesn't seem all that fantastic, but it might be alright. Especially if the skill locks... I can't remember if the skill locked you or not. If the skill locks you to force you have to play like INFERNOBLE stuff, then you're probably using for that anyway. Anyway. INFERNOBLE Knight Magius. When this card is an equipped card, the equipped monster cannot be destroyed in battle. You can use the following effects once per turn. If this card's into the graveyard, you can shuffle into the deck. 3 of your other fire warrior monsters and or Gnome Knight cards are banished or in your graveyard. Draw 1 card. Oh no, it's shuffling the other cards. I'm stupid. Okay. If this card's in your graveyard, you target warrior monster you control. Equip this card to that monster you control. Okay, I mean, doesn't seem that bad. Like, this is gonna be too hard to actually review because I don't know. I have no clue at what point in, like, the combo line you'd summon this card. But if it's part of your standard combo, you can grab this card. I mean, we like card draw. Card draw's nice. Recycling's nice. Could be good. Fucked if I know if it works as part of their stupid combo though. This deck is too dumb. Okay, it's too dumb. Like, are we using that Noble Knight guard that summons dudes? Can that summon these guys? Wherever his name is. His name's fucking Merlin, right? Can Merlin summon these dudes? I forgot how Merlin works. He only summons Noble Knights, right? Oh, these are Noble Knights. I don't know. I don't fucking know how this stuff. I don't know how this fucking archetype works. Card seems alright. Fucked if I know. We're probably going to skip over most INFERNOBLE Knight cards in this box, I'll be honest, because I don't know how the deck works enough to talk about it. They are friends, that's why he hates Oliver? Oh, true. Wait, what? Why does that make sense? Wait, why do Olivers hate French? Why do French hate Olivers, I mean? Anyway. Lind Bloom. If a monster you control battles an opponent's monster, during damage calculation, the attack of each monster in that battle becomes equal. Okay, we're moving on. Link back. Target one link monster you control. Target one link monster you control in the extra monster zone. Move that monster you control to your main monster zone it points to. Then you can send cards from the top of the deck to the graveyard equal to its link rating. Wait a minute. Is this Orcus support? Is this Orcus support, guys? I love sending cards to the graveyard. Wait a minute. New Orcus video? Mewtwo, that's crazy. Hell yeah, that is crazy. Move a link monster? It's Mewtwo? That's crazy, man. It's been too long since my last Orcus video. I might have to whip it out. I have to whip it out. Tied to mill for. Oh my god. Dude. Can I play Dark Fluid with fucking Orcus? Is that a thing? Can we just summon Dark Fluid, activate Link back, mill 5 cards, summon out some Orcus? Is that the play, boys? Are we playing Dark Fluid with triple Link back? Is that the strat? Okay, let's move on. Realistically, probably not gonna see play, but could be a funny card. Could be a funny card. Alright, Link Turret. When this card is activated, place 4 counters on this card. Each time you take battle damage, place 1 counter on this card. In battle phase, you move 1 counter. Then this seems like it's bad already. Yeah, we're not gonna bother continuing to read that. Moving on. Melee of the Trees. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Exceed material from this card and activate one of these effects. Send 1 plant monster from your deck to the graveyard. Target 1 plant monster in your graveyard. Special that target in face-up defense position. Can't summon back the Link monsters for the SUNAVALON deck, if that deck could even make rank 3s. Other plant monsters? I don't know what plant decks have. I'm pretty sure the TRAPTRIX are level 4, right? Are they not? They're all level 4. I don't know what deck could even use this, but if we're just talking just in a vacuum, this card alone, it seems pretty good. It's just, I don't know where you're going to play it currently. But it's not a bad card. Reviving from grave or just sending from deck to grave sounds alright. Sylvan, I guess? Sure. Yeah, not a bad card. I'm just not sure where we'd play it currently. I can't... Yeah, probably not a... Oh, yeah. Actually, saw Son and Dion talk about this card too. The tomato thing. The thing that summons tomatoes. Or summons... Is it summon copies of itself? This one. Then this card's normal summon, you can summon tomato from your hand or deck. So you can use tomato to summon it. Sure. Yeah, we're not sure where we're actually going to play it, so let's just move on. Alright. A Shadow card? I didn't put Shadow in the title, but there's a Shadow card in my box. Why is there a Shadow card in my box? Who are you? I've never seen this card in my life. What the fuck is this thing? Okay. Flip. You can target one Shadow monster you control. That face-up monster is unaffected by monster effects this turn except its own. Is that ever good in any scenario? No. Wait, they got a what in this box? Huh? Why are you in here? This is such a... Why? Huh? What? Okay, anyway. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway. If this card's into the graveyard by a card effect and target effect monster on the field, neither player can activate that target's effects on the field this turn. And that effect doesn't sound too bad. If you come across a deck that is not like an on-summon effect, that second effect just doesn't seem too bad. I mean, I don't think you're going to be setting it up, though. I think you prefer to set up the other stuff. I don't think it will see play. I don't think. I think it could be good, but it's... I don't think... Because the main time you're sending from deck to grave for, like, destruction type stuff would be during your opponent's turn. And you're not putting this thing on the field over, like, the flipped return to hand card, right? You're just not. Otherwise, and I don't know how else you'd send it to the graveyard other than during your turn. I don't think you'd want to send this to the graveyard most of the time. Just making your opponent not be able to use an effect for a turn, probably not that great, because they could just use it in response to your fusion summon to remove your fusion or whatever, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. It'd be used for the new fusion? Is this the only... Wait, what's this card? Earth? Oh, is it because it's the only Earth? Is that why? Oh, it's the Earth. Okay, so you have to use it for the fusion. Unless you just play another Earth monster. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, I guess we'll see play just because it's an Earth monster. And its effect is passable, I guess. Can send Tackle Crusader? Oh, is that that's the flip guy, right? Ooh, Tackle Crusader. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Anyway, let's talk about that stuff when we get to it. SUNAVALON Dryads. 2 plant monsters including a SUNAVALON Link monster. This card cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Twice per turn, if you take battle or effect damage, you can gain that much life points, and if you do, spell summon SUNAVALON monster from your extra deck. Does this deck innately have a way to burn yourself? I know there's that one card that can be used as like Pseudo Disruption that burns yourself. But I mean, like going first, can you burn yourself? I know there's that one monster that can burn using your opponent's monsters. You use their attack or something. I was wondering if during like your first turn you use this thing's effect ever. Or as part of like your combo climbing or whatever. Tons of ways? Oh, okay. Alright. But this is a Link 2. Do you not go into Link 2s ever? Is that a problem? Oh, there's a Link. Oh, this one's bad. Oh, the entire strategy is burning? Okay. Alright. I mean, it seems like an okay card in a vacuum, but chat is telling me it's not a good card, so I guess we'll say it's a bad card. Because chat is always right. Alright, moving on. SUNAVALON Dryanome. 2 plant monsters. This card can be targeted for attack, blah blah blah. 3 times per turn, if you take battle or effect damage, you gain that much life points. And if you do, spell summon Sunvine monster from your extra deck. Okay. Once per turn, when a monster this card points to is targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack. And if you do, move that monster control to another of your main monster zones. I mean, the second phase's pretty irrelevant, but the special summon effect, is that relevant? That could be a lot of special summons if you got ways to use it. Yeah, this deck is pretty similar to INFERNOBLE, where I don't know how the combos work, so I don't know if, like, the 3 special summons is actually relevant or not. No fucking clue. Actually, no clue. You never summon this? Oh, alright, well, there you go. Alright, Sunseed Genus Loki. And this is the normal monster where you just your entire combo is based around, right? Is this card, right? This seed can only be harvested from Sacred Tree once every 1,000 years and will become the guardian spirit of its land after 1,000 more. Watch one of the combos on stream. I want to save them for the video tomorrow, man. I don't want to show the combos on stream. I want to save them. Alright, fuck it. We'll watch one of them. We'll watch one of them. This will be the only one we watch for the stream. And we'll save the other ones for the video. Alright, so this is a... This is a 1-card combo for 2 Link 4s. Let's have a look. Let's see what it does. Oh, we play. Alright, so we summoned a tree. Searching for the spell. Spell can be used to special summon. Grabbing a Sunseed Shadow. Don't even know what this card does yet. Alright, summoning this dude. Okay. How is that? Where's this dude come from? Someone spare summon this card from your hand. You banish this card from the graveyard. Hey, where the fuck did this dude come from? Dryas? Oh, this dude. If this card's link summoned... Blah, blah, blah. Once per turn, you take battle or fate damage, you gain a much life point. Spirit summon from your extra deck. Okay. Alright, sure. And we summoned the Dryades. Dryades nuts coming out. Holy. Alright, banish this. Summon another card. Okay. Bro, where are all these cards even coming from? And there's a Melias on the field now, apparently. Oh, I guess we just link those off. Who fucking knows? What is even going on? Alright, someone's a dude. These two become another dude. And these two become a Melias, who's not a hard once per turn, so it summons back again. He revives himself by banishing link monsters. And then these two become... No, not even yet. We're summoning something else first. Summoning the Thrasher first. Alright, then we're making the Link 4. And there's your 2 Link 4s, and the Link 4 searches for the Trap card, but I don't think Marco did it in this combo. But you search for the Trap card with this card. Where's the Trap card search, Marco? Come on, you've ruined the replay. Summon my dry ass. Fuck's sake. Stop. Just stop. Alright, and that used how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's your 8. That's your 9 extra deck monsters used. 9 extra deck summons. Yes, very cool. Very cool. Yes. We did in fact summon my dry ass. What the fuck, man? Okay, let's get back onto the reading the actual cards now. Alright, very cool. That was only 2 cards. That was a 1-card combo. That wasn't a 2-card combo, buddy. That was a 1-card combo. To be fair, the 2-card combo probably looks very similar to the 1-card combo, except you just don't need to use your entire extra deck, so you actually have some follow-up. That skill gives you 5 extra deck monsters anyway. Depends on which skill you're using. I think that skill, shown there, needs to use the 5 extra deck monster one, which is probably worse than the other one. Probably worse, because the other one gives you the better turn 2s. So, not sure. Not sure. The 2-card combo takes about half as many extra deck monsters, yeah. The deck will probably be built around the first skill and be more 2-card focused than 1-card combo focused. That's how I think the deck will be built. So I'll probably show that 1-card combo in the video tomorrow, just because 1-card combos are like kind of cool looking, you know. And a combo that uses 9 is probably kind of fun to watch, but I think realistically the deck's going to focus on more 2-cardy sort of combos and The first skill. If I was to have a guess anyway. And it's not like because like, that combo you saw there, you don't have to summon the second Link 4. You can just send on one Link 4 with your trap card and have like some tech cards or something. And it's probably okay just to turn 1. It's not that bad. So I don't know. It gives me a lava golem. Need lava golem because there's no recovery? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on and actually read some more cards. Sunvine Gardener. One plant nor monster. If a SUNAVALON Link monster control leaves the field by card effect, destroy this card. When attack is declared involving this card, linked to a SUNAVALON Link monster and an opponent's monster, you can activate this effect. The damage you take is halved. Okay, this seems really bad. Moving on. Sunvine Healer. If a SUNAVALON Link monster control leaves the field by a card effect, destroy this card. If this card is special summoned, you can target one SUNAVALON Link monster on the field, gain life points equal to its Link rating times 300. When your plant Link monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, gain 600. I mean, it's a Link 1, so you just gain some life points, but it seems like a pretty shit card, unless that you need the life point gain to pop or trigger an effect. Like, Gardener's good? Is it? This seems very meh. This seems very good for triggering effects just off the life point game. Are we really using Gardener? Oh, Healer's limited in TCG? Is it actually? It's alright. Healer is more important? Okay. Alright, so just using heal. I assume heal is just being used to trigger effects, right? The healing is just triggers the effects of your cards. I'm not sure what card it's triggering. It triggers Jasmine, Enrica's SUNAVALON. It triggers Jasmine. Do we even have Jasmine in the game? Wasn't Jasmine the card people were complaining about not having? We don't even have this card, right? So we're not using this in Duel Links until we have Jasmine. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh, we still use it? Oh, okay. Alright, well, moving on. We'll move it on, I guess. Just using it for a body? Or do you need specifically Link monsters or something? You probably even used it in that combo, I just didn't notice. the 6 million card combo. Oh, you need Sunvine specifically. So you're just turning these dudes into Sunvine names. Or the Link monsters into Sunvine names. Okay, I see. So you need it because it's a Sunfire name. You're gifted a sub right at the start of the stream, bless, along with 9 other people. It's a 10 gifted sub it was. It's pretty cool. You'll see. Did I turn my alerts back on? I did, right? Yeah, I did. It triggers the aromas, check the aroma. I mean, we don't care too much about the aroma stuff because I don't think you're playing it. Because you don't have Jasmine in the game. Oh, using the 2-card combo? Okay. Alright, Thunderclap Skywolf. Pretty cool card art, actually. If this card spells summon from the graveyard, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Okay. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Interesting card, but unless there's some random combo I don't think of off the top of my head, we're not using it. But yes, he is in fact a good boy. Alright, Time Space Trap Hole. This card looks really fun to use. I was a huge fan of Intune playing, what was it called, Briefcase Control? And this card is basically Toon Briefcase, right? When your opponent special summons a monster from your hand or extra deck, shuffle that monster into the deck, then you lose 1,000 life points for each returned monster. So it works for every monster they summon. So your opponent Pendulum summons, you can send every single one back into the deck for minus 3,000 life points potentially. Minus 3k, by the way. Is it confirmed that's minus 3k, by the way? Because I think there was a card added recently that they halved the life point costs you were paying for the card. Is that already confirmed? I guess we've already seen the card on the website. This isn't a leak. Minus 4k? How are they pending for? I guess you can pend in the extra monster zone. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you could actually just off yourself with the card. Perfect. I think minus 4,000 life points to get yourself out of a pendulum duel. I'm down. Put me in. Best card in the box. Get you out of pendulum duels real quick. That's what I like to see. Speed running pendulum gameplay. Yeah, I assume this will see play. I assume. The life point cost is pretty significant though, so maybe it won't, but I'm pretty sure, at least I'll put it in my first build, because even just minusing 1,000 to remove one extra deck summon is already good enough. And it shuffles, it doesn't put in the graveyard, which is sick. So it gets around things that are immune to destruction, or things that are immune to fucking whatever else. Gets around stuff being summoned back from graveyard. Very, very good. Odd they didn't halve it. I think they should have halved it. I really think they should have. If they halve burn damage effects, they should also halve the life point costs for some cards, I think. Especially cards like this, where you're literally paying, like, your entire life point sum. Like, 2 cards, that's minus 2,000. That's kind of ridiculous. Anyway. Alright, moving on to probably the oldest looking TRAPTRIX of the bunch. TRAPTRIX of Vesquilio. Unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. You can only use one of the following effects per turn, and only once that turn. You can send one set trap you control to the graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand. If you control no cards in display trap card zones, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one whole normal trap in your graveyard, set it to your field. Alright. Actually has some decent effects on this one. This card seems like something you'll run. So TRAPTRIX is going to play a huge amount of TRAPTRIX because the skill requires 12. I think it was 12. So you've got your ultra rare that you're going to be playing 3 of. You've got your SR that you're probably playing 3 of. And then you have to fill the final slots. And I think this card will probably see play. It's also searchable via the skill, right? The fact you can banish it from the graveyard to set normal trap holes is pretty sick. The fact you can just special summon itself by sending traps to the graveyard is also pretty sick. So I think you'll probably see play. I think you'll see play. They didn't half Evil Eye cards. I mean, the Evil Eyes like being low life points though. This can use the Tetros Trap Hole if you draw it. True. You can also banish trap cards from, well, reset trap cards from your graveyard to make Tetros Trap Hole actually usable. Are both effects usable on the same turn? Yeah, alright. Oh no, yeah, they're not, okay. Either way, pretty good card. I assume we'll probably see at least one of it, because I'm pretty sure the skill search is going second, so might as well. Alright, moving on. Trias Hierarchia. During the main phase, if there's cards in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can tribute up to 3 fairy monsters, spell summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then you can apply the following effects in sequence. Destroy 1 card your opponent controls, 3 draw 2 cards. Alright, so for Duel Links, this is probably bad, but I know in Master Duel, this saw play, right? Like, this is actually used in Master Duel? Pretty sure this gets used. I remember using it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, agents use it. They actually use it in Master Duel. So, will this be used in Duel Links, though? I don't think so. I can't remember why specifically it was used in Master, what the reason was. Because it's Diviner? It was like, yeah, it might have been for the Diviner. There was a specific reason it was used. So I don't think we have that. I don't think we have that reason in Duel Links. Yeah, so no Diviner. I don't think we use this card, but I might be wrong on that. Anyway, moving on. The Chorus in the Sky. Pay 1,000. There's so many archetypes now in this box that are paying life points, right? TRAPTRIX is paying life points. SUNAVALON is using life points. Herald is using life points. God damn. So many fucking life point costing stuff right now. Alright, pay 1,000 life points. Then target one fairy monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Then if the Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field or in the graveyard, you can add one of your banished Sanctuary in the Sky or one card that mentions it to your hand. You can activate once per turn.
Card games on motorcycles!
Not going to be that useful, right? Unless it's searchable? Yeah. Oh, it is searchable? Oh, it has Sanctuary of the Sky in its name, so I guess you could. Searchable recursion, maybe? If it's special summoned, it would see play, I think. But adding back to hand is questionable. I don't think we have the room for it. I think not. Because the problem with Agent is the way the deck works is you're already playing 3 Shine Balls, like, in your deck innately, so it makes the deck kind of hard to fit cards into already. So if the card's not very, very, very good, I don't think it sees play. So I don't think you use this thing. You add 2 cards? I mean, I guess maybe it's good then. I don't know. The deck seems like I said. I think the deck is very. It's already very very clunky. It's hard to fit stuff in. Like you're playing Lancia, playing the other hand trap, the green one. I don't know. I don't know if it fits. You don't want to play 2. You always want to play 3. There's ain't no way you're not playing 3 Shine Balls. You don't think it's good? I mean, I don't think the card's bad necessarily. I just don't think it makes the cut. Like, if we were playing a 30-card deck, you can probably stuff it in there. But like in a deck around like 25-ish cards or 23-ish cards, whatever you're playing, I don't think it makes the cut. No. Stop typing. You can get away with 2 Shine Ball. Isn't the card literally a fucking... Why would you want to? The card's like a normal. It's fucking a normal rarity. Play 3 of it. Ain't no way you're not playing 3 Shine Ball. You ain't getting away with that. No way. No. Put 3 in. Do we need Venus? Yes. This is required. This is actually, like, insane. The skill... There's even no, like, reason not to play 3 Shine Balls, because the skill shuffles them. Wait, was it shuffle them or discard? I don't know. So it gets rid of the Shine Balls anyway, so they're not bricks in your hand. Don't be playing 2 Shine Balls. Play 3 of it. Anyway, moving on. Heavy Interlock. So if you want to play the new skill, you're going to need this for ROKKET, because it's the ritual spell. This card is used to ritual summon Borrowed Riot Dragon. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field, and or destroy ROKKET monsters from your hand or face-up field, whose total levels equal 8 or more. The monster spell summoned by this effect cannot be destroyed battle with a monster spell summoned from the extra deck, and it's unaffected by the activated effects of any monster spell summoned from the extra deck. I didn't even know that. I didn't read the when I saw this card earlier, I didn't see the last part of it. So it's unaffected by monster effects. That's pretty sick. Okay. Or extra deck monster effects. Okay. I mean, as far as ritual spells go, it's not the worst. The destroying is obviously relevant too, because in ROKKET, you summon stuff out. Alright, well, not much to say about this card, and the fact that you have to use it if you want to play the new version of the deck, so, yeah. Is the ritual monster searchable? Yes. The skill puts the dude in the graveyard, who then just puts himself back in hand or whatever. Or something like that. Same effect, or similar effect to Rapid Trigger, yeah. Alright, moving on. We just mentioned this, but the fact that you have to dig through an old box for the angels sucks as well for the Reekers. Like getting 3-0, it's fine because you. I'm pretty sure at least Venus, I'm pretty sure is box chip, but Mystic Shine Ball, obviously you don't want box chip that one, so you're probably gonna have to pay a little bit of gems to get this. But it's only a normal, and there's probably like 16 of them per box, so it shouldn't be too hard to get 3 of this. I don't think it's too bad for reprints. Oh, that too in need of reprints. Unless they're the other agent cards you might need, I don't quite remember. Anyway, the Agent of Destruction of Venus. You banish the Agent of Creation Venus from your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. You pay life points in multiples of 500, then target one of your Mystic Shine Balls that is banished or in your graveyard. For every 500 life points you paid, special summon them. But place them on the bottom of the deck when they leave the field. Use the effect once per turn. I mean, the card doesn't seem too bad. Seems pretty good. I can't remember if this was used as part of the combos I was seeing or not, but the card itself doesn't seem that bad. Because you're always using Venus, right? And you could just search this thing. It's like a good extender too. The amount of life points you're paying is going to be absurd though, because you're paying a bunch for the Venus itself. So I'm like already paying what, 1500 for Venus itself, then an extra 1500 if you recycle the bowl. Then this thing's going to pay another whatever amount to summon more bowls. I mean, this is searchable via the skill, right? So it might be good enough. That's a must play in one-off for the combo? Oh, okay. It does seem like a card you want to play. It seems really good. Seems really good. I mean, it's just because the skill alone can search it, right? So, too many balls. Too many balls. Alright, seems pretty good. Anyway, moving on. So, we're up to... So, finally, we're on to the rares. What the fucking... How long has this stream been? 2 hours into the stream and we're started on the rares? What the fuck happened in this stream, guys? How did we get stuck here? How did we get stuck here reading cards? Anyway, moving on. Inferno Arms, Duro, blah, 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 blah. So this card I believe is good, because this is the card they use in fucking whatchamacallit. The stupid Master Duel deck that searches at Raisin, whatever his fucking name is. When this card's equipped to a monster, you can add one level 5 or lower fire warrior monster from your deck to your hand, then destroy this card. So it's already is this search Gearfried? Gearfried's fire, right? We've got a Gearfried searcher, don't we? Yes, we do. Ooh. No, it's level 5 or lower. It's not higher. Despair, man. It's not a... It's lower. Oh, man. My Gearfried searcher. Despair. No, my Gearfried searcher. Oh, man. Well, unfortunate. I'm sure maybe there's some other way we search Gearfried. I mean, you're going to use this card anyway, alright, to search. Searches are good. If this card's sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster was sent to the graveyard, you can target one level 5 or lower fire monster in your graveyard to special summon it. Or so you know, special summon monster. Okay, both this card's effects are pretty good. It's got a revive effect that can use to extend your combo, and it's got a search effect. So I assume we're definitely using this card. Of the Gnome Knight cards I've read so far, or the equipped spells I've read so far, this one seems like the best. So I assume we're using it. Alright. Double Bite Dragon. So I saw this in some of the old Master Duel events where there was like a normal rarity restrictions or something. People were using this. 2 Link monsters. Gains attack equal to the combined Link ratings of the monsters used for its Link summon times 300. Unaffected by monster effects except Link monster effects. And cannot be destroyed by battle except by battle with a Link monster. I mean, that's a really annoying card. Dude, if you come across as like a very specific matchup where you know your opponent's playing like no back row, like you know that their deck is all monster effect and you know they don't play any Link monsters, You just summon this thing out to be really annoying. Like, this could ironically seem players like a counter to something. I don't think it will actually see it play, because it's way too much variety in the meta, I think. That, and I don't think you want to just sacrifice all your shit for one monster, just to get hit by like one back row card, one crackdown and you're doomed. But maybe there'll be some funny meta where you just summon a really big double bite dragon and your opponent just cannot remove it. Just sits there just crying. These 2 elite monsters. I mean, you'd use 2 elite monsters, just give this thing a shit ton of attack anyway. Just get 2 link 4s in this bitch. I don't think it'll ever see play, but it could. It's a really funny card. And it probably won't see any play. Alright, Explode a Rocket Dragon. So one thing I'm curious about with Rocket is, because I've seen lots of variations for the new skill, but I was wondering if these Rocket cards are good in just like the standard field spell Rocket card we have currently. I'm using the SUNAVALON combo, just end on this thing. I think SUNAVALON locks you though, right? Doesn't it? The skill? I fucking wish you could summon it. That'd be so funny. Just use the 2 link 4s you make to summon this thing. That'd be so funny. Anyway. Alright, so when Elite Monster's effect is activated that targets this face-up card in the field, quick effect, you can destroy this card, then each player takes 1000 damage. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect and sent there this turn, you spell summon Rocket Monster from your deck. Okay. An Elite Monster effect. So I'm pretty sure this is just used for the skill, right? The actual effect seems pretty. I think you just have to use it for the thingo. Oh, so you can actually dude, that'd be so funny. You just run this card as a tech for the specific matchup, so you turn both link 4s into this thing. That'd be so fucking funny. Anyway, moving on. I mean, the attack isn't even that high, though, if you do that. Anyway. Yeah, so not much to say about this card, and the fact that I think you need to use it for the skill requirement, basically. The actual effect seems very meh. Unless I'm missing something. If the skill even requires this, I don't know. The skill wants high-level monsters, right? So you probably have to play this. The effect seems super meh. Alright, moving on. Fire Flint Lady. If you control a warrior monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand. You can send this card from the field to the graveyard, spell summon one level 4 or lower warrior monster from your hand, and if you do, your opponent cannot target it with card effects this turn. Wasn't this used in Master for some stupid combo at some point? Pretty sure I recognize this card from somewhere. Isold? This is a really good extender though, just in general. I mean, I guess in a 4-card opening hand, it's not that great. It's not likely you have like a normal summon, then you have this thing as your special summon, then have another monster in hand to special summon as well. Search ball via what? Is that an equip spell? Durandale. What do you type? Duran. I think you misspelled it. Unlucky. Alright, I'm not sure if this will see play. Probably not, just because I don't think it's very good in a 4-card opening hand. But if it's like, if you search it, then it's somehow, then maybe extend or something, I don't know. Doesn't seem like the worst card, but probably not what we're playing. Noble Arms, blah blah blah. Noble Arms. Am I brain damaged or what? Oh, the card I literally just looked at. I'm so... Okay, moving on. Alright, Flash Charge Dragon. This card actually seems pretty good. I saw some people in my Discord were summoning this as part of 2-card combos. With the ritual, you summon the ritual monster and you can summon this next to it as part of like a 2-card combo-ish. If you get the quick play spell that Rocket plays. So this card actually seems pretty good. Especially considering, because you got to keep in mind with Rocket currently, the skill is locking you pretty heavily. So you can't set up the normal disruptions you're going for. So you might have to summon this thing as like your extra disruption if you can go into it. So 2 dragon monsters. You cannot spell summon / set monsters to a zone. You cannot spell summon / set monsters to a zone this card points to. Once per turn, if a monster is normal spell summon to a zone this card points to, you can destroy 1 monster this card points to, and if you do, inflict 250 damage to your opponent. When a card effects activate that targets this face-up card, you can shoot 1 monster and negate the activation. So this card is good, because it's obviously in a 3-zone game. Making it so your opponent can't summon to 2 of them or make it hard to summon to 2 of them, is definitely pretty good. It stops your opponent going for like Xyz summons or whatever summons, like Link summons, Synchro summons. Yeah, so I assume this will probably see play in Rocket just because we don't have much in the way of disruption that we can set up currently. So setting up one of these, if you can set up easily, along with the Ritual Monster, might just be good enough for a turn 1 if you can do it. So yeah, seems alright. I assume this will see some play, just because of how restrictive the skill is. Not the greatest card, but when you haven't got much other choices, might as well. Alright, Astolfo? Huh? Astolfo? Hello? Okay. You can banish 1 fire monster from your hand or graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand. Then you can make this card's level become the level of the banished monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, spell summon the banished card during your second standby phase after set activation. Then you spell summon 1 fire monster or a monster that is banished from your graveyard. What the fuck? How fucking many special summons is this thing doing? Sausage. The god. Oh no, the Astolfos. Oh no. Was Astolfo like a historical figure or something? And they just named that in the anime. Is that how that works? I don't fucking know anyway. Anyway, is this card actually good? Banish fire monster. I mean, it's an extender. The second effect's very, like, second standby phase is, like, But the extending part, the first effect, maybe it's used for something? I would hope there's better extenders than this one. I would hope. It doesn't seem that good to me. But I'm not much of a... Like I said earlier, I'm not much of an INFERNOBLE Knight player or anything, so I don't really know what the combos look like for this deck, so no clue. He's a French paladin? Oh, okay. Astolfo packs 2 swords, stop. Alright, I don't know. It's an extender, maybe use it. I don't know how the combos look yet, so who knows. Alright, Mr. Roland's back again. So another level 5. If this card is synchro summoned, you can activate this effect. During the end phase of this turn, send 1 equip spell from your deck to the graveyard, then add 1 warrior monster from your deck to your hand. During the end phase? Oh no, during the end, it doesn't have to be on the field, right? It doesn't have to be on the field to use that. So actually, that sounds okay. So if you use this as part of a synchro climb, it's a tuner monster, that first effect actually seems okay. Gives you follow-up for future turns. Actually seems alright. During the main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target 1 warrior monster you control, equip this card to that monster you control as an equip spell. And okay, this one seems pretty good. I'm a fan. Alright, I assume we use this card. Both these effects seem pretty good. I assume. This card seems pretty good. I assume your main combo will climb using this thing. I hope. Because that seems like a really decent effect. Searching for follow-up and then having the equip 20 of monsters sounds pretty good. Yeah, it reminds me similar of that Speedroid card that you go into before you go into your Speedroid plays, whatever its name is, that would add back from graveyard for follow-up. Very similar sort of style. I like that. He sends Excalibur and Charles equip it for Untiable and Indestructible. Okay. Alright, Infernoble Knight Ogia. While this card is an equipped card, the creature monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is normal, spell, or summoned, you can send one Noble Arms card or one Fire Warrior monster except this card, or except from the deck to the graveyard. If this card's in your graveyard, you can target one Warrior monster you control, equip this card to that monster you control. Alright, so this thing sends to graveyard. Is that good? I don't know. I haven't seen any particular effects of something you'd want to send to use specifically with this yet. Like, this isn't like a starter, right? You don't normal summon this thing, send something to the grave, equip to this for full combo or something, right? But it's also on special summon too. Like, Foolish Barrel style effects are generally pretty good. He's good? Alright. Yeah, Foolish Barrel style effects are typically pretty good. So maybe he's used as part of some combo, or maybe he's even a starter, I don't know. Don't know how the deck works, but seems like an alright card. Excalibur. Equip only to a Noble Knight monster. It cannot be targeted by opponent's card effects. Oh, this is the card you're talking about in chat, right? During your turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target one Noble Knight Exceeds monster you control. Spell or summon from your extra deck one Noble Knight Exceeds monster with a different name by using that target as its material. Okay, so you can use this to make your boss monster untargetable. That is quite relevant. Not absurdly relevant, because you can obviously remove the equip spell and then your monster's targetable. It's similar to how Evil Eye works currently, right? But that is obviously a pretty good effect, because even in Evil Eye, it's really annoying that stuff's untargetable with the equip spells. Excalibus Ogier is the setup? Okay. Alright. So indestructible and untargetable. Alright. I see. Yeah, not much else to say about it. Making things untargetable was pretty good in this game. A lot of targeting effects. Alright, Sunseed Shadow. If you control a plant nor a monster, so we saw this as part of the combo we showed on stream earlier. If you control a plant nor a monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one linked tool or SUNAVALON monster or Sunvine monster you control. Spell summon one monster with the same name from your extra deck, but negates effects. Or so you not spell summon for the rest of this turn except plant monsters. Okay. So we saw this as part of the combo, because it's a very good extender sort of dude. Gets to use some more bodies on the field. And yeah, not much else to say about it though. Just a nice little extender you're going to be using just for combo purposes. Ogier plus renewed will get you Gearfried. A Gearfried Searcher? Oh my god, Gearfried Searcher. That's what I like to say. Alright. Sunseed Twin. If this card is normal spell summoned while you control a SUNAVALON Link monster, you can target one level 4 or lower plant monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can banish this card in the graveyard and one Link monster you control. You control 2 more plant Link monsters the same name as each other in your graveyard, special summon one of them. Right. Well, you don't use your normal summon, right? If you're using the... if you use the skill, or if you use... whatever the stupid card is that summons normal monsters from your deck. So I guess that could be relevant. I mean, just summoning back a card from the graveyard sounds pretty good. You summon this thing from the deck, and you summon a card from the graveyard. Sounds pretty good. Oh, this is what you're summoning from sewing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just summoning a card back from the graveyard sounds good. This thing wasn't a hard. Was this hard once per turn? What, a hard once per turn in my deck? Bro, I thought this deck was against once per turns. What happened? What happened, SUNAVALON? Come on, man. Hard once per turns in my deck? That's fucked up. Alright. So we're definitely using this dude, because the card you summon off the spell. Sunvine Maiden. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a plant monster you control, that will spell summon from the extra deck. Quick effect, you can spell summon this card from your hand. If you do, negate that effect. You only use the effect once per turn. Your opponent cannot target SUNAVALON spell traps you control with card effects. Okay, so pseudo-relevant because your skill can search it. So if you play one of this, and you just play your standard combo out, if you open properly, you don't need to use your skill to search for a monster. You could search for this instead, and you can make your cards immune to chalices, for example. There's not a whole lot of targets, like targeting effects though, that you want to make yourself immune to though, right? I guess there's probably quite a few. It seems alright. Yeah, I think the fact that it's searchable off one of the skills is probably what makes this card seem pretty good. Because you do your full combo, if you don't need to use your skill to search for a combo piece because you opened your normal monster and you've gone into your full combo anyway, then you use the skill to search for this and you can make your monsters immune to stuff. Oh, it stops Veiler too. That is very cool. Oh, it stops Veiler, then becomes an extender for you. Ooh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's very gross. I don't think Veiler's that popular in Duel Links currently though, right? Does any of the main decks even use it? I guess Phantom Knights sometimes do, right? The others don't really. But that is pretty disgusting. That is a very disgusting combo, actually. Do like it, do like it. I didn't even think about it. This is good going second too, right? Because if your opponent has like Crackdown or something. Actually, Crackdown's continuous, so doesn't Crackdown still steal it? Is that how? Isn't Crackdown weird because it's continuous? But I guess other targeting back row it's pretty good into as well. Alright, actually, we're probably using this card. It seems pretty good. Searchable, and it stops Veiler, and it stops any other targeting effects your opponent might have, potentially. Helps play through disruption. Damn, do you want to play more of this then? That actually sounds super relevant. Legit just plays through disruption and becomes an extender at the same time. Think of stuff it wants to steal? No, I mean with Crackdown specifically, if you use this thing to negate Crackdown, like your opponent activates Crackdown to target your card, and you use this thing to negate it, does the Crackdown effect still steal your monster because it's continuous or not? Because it negates it, but isn't continuous effect, it just keeps going anyway, just does it again? I don't know. Yeah, but you remove the monster. How do you remove the monster if it's stealing it? Huh? Starts mind control? Yeah. Yeah, so I understand the Fiendish Chain thing, but Lance works for the whole turn. I don't think this works for the whole turn, right? Like, it negates the effect, but then it just works again, right? Unless you're saying it negates for the turn, right? So the Crackdown is negated for the turn, so the monster still stays on your field until the end of the turn. Which you'd link it off then. I think this conversation is completely irrelevant, but anyway... Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I don't know how many copies of this card you want, but it seems really good. You might even play 3 of it. Playing through Disruption, this thing's insane. Play through Disruption, searchable, and it helps you give you an extender on top of playing through Disruption. Sounds really fucking cool. So this actually might be a 3-off. It's possible. All right, TRAPTRIX Alomeris. This is the revive, right? 2 level 4 monsters. This card's unaffected by trap effects while it exceeds material. You can attach 2 materials from this card, spell summon 1 level 4 insect plant monster from your graveyard. If an opponent's monster leaves the field because of a card effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, you can attach 1 material from this card, then target one of them, special summon it to your field. Alright, so useful for a few reasons. Very good for mostly for the revive effect. But the second effect's also like a pseudo like DD Crow style effect, so that you can take stuff from your opponent's graveyard that could be annoying. Yeah, it can also potentially just steal really big dudes. Although, we didn't have any... Our trap holes outside of Treacherous aren't really sending to Graveyard at all. Bottomless is banishing. Time Space is shuffling. We don't really have that many trap holes that send to Graveyard currently, right? Does the Negate do it? The Negate one? I don't know. I don't think that second effect is super relevant. It's I guess you could, the Treacherous combo sort of works, but you have to get out to this thing as well, which is not likely. I don't know. Void with spikes. Yeah, I don't think the second effect's super relevant. It's mostly the first effect. But TRAPTRIX are kind of weird in that they have different effects when they're special summoned, right? Compared to when they're normaled. Like, you can use it to summon back this card to destroy back row. This one is... none of them. When this card's special summon, you can target one normal hole and trap in your graveyard, set that target. That's pretty good. This card can revive. You can revive this one to get back normal trap cards. Because the thing with TRAPTRIX is this card is limit 1. So I suspect you'll have to go in extended games specifically. You'll definitely have to go into cards like this just because there's not as many options. You can go into other generic rank 4s, I guess, unless the skill restricts you. But yeah, this card being able to revive stuff to bring back trap holes and shit sounds pretty good. Bring back this card for trap holes sounds pretty good. Yeah, so I assume this card will be, I'm not sure how many, I forget if the skill restricts you or not. The skill have a restriction on it? Because if the skill has restrictions, you might have to play multiple of it, but if it's not restrictive, you probably need to play one. Oh yeah, you're probably only playing one of this. The skill isn't super restrictive. So you're probably only playing one. And then just playing a bunch of other generic rank 4s. Alright, TRAPTRIX Genlesia? Fucking whatever this card's name is. Unaffected by whole trap cards. You can tribute this card, set 2 whole normal trap different names, one from your deck and one from the graveyard, but banish them when they leave the field. Ooh. How good is that? Dude, going second, use Treacherous? Use your Treacherous combo? Somehow get this thing on the field? Grab back those 2 trap cards? Ooh. That could be good. Do we use this card or not? This card seems really good for follow-up specifically. But outside of follow-up, it's pretty bad because you have to have the trap card in the graveyard, right? If you don't have a Treacherous Trapper or trap card in the graveyard, it's really bad. But follow-up, it seems great. Oh, I guess also the skill discards trap cards, right? Yeah, the skill discards trap cards, doesn't it? The skill could discard trap card for this. Then it sets 2. Ooh, wait a minute. This card seems really good, actually. Skill discard trap. Oh, and it banishes the trap cards too, so Treacherous potentially. Treacherous isn't getting as affected. Places Treacherous. The issue with the Treacherous thing is the skill is kind of weird, doesn't let you like search the trap card. Because it adds it to the deck, then searches, so you can't really search the Treacherous. And it's kind of weird. Oh, this card's, I don't know, this card seems kind of cool. Alright, this one I think we're definitely playing. Not sure how many copies or what ratio is going to like for this deck, but I assume we play at least one of this. The skill to potentially discarding trap cards alone sounds good. Like, let's say you have a really bricky hand of like all your back row, all your tech cards. You just search for this thing, right? Then you just, by discarding one of your trap cards, and that's at least a guaranteed 2 trap cards. One on the field, one from the graveyard, one from the field, and already 2 disruptions set up from like just this card. I know, that sounds pretty good. Alright. No way they're getting TRAPTRIX. We are getting TRAPTRIX, Andre. Just Nepenthes. Okay. This card is unaffected by the effects of whole normal trap cards. If you activate a whole normal trap card, you can add to your hand or special summon one TRAPTRIX monster from your deck. Probably not using this. This card would be good if we had like trap cards that, like we had Holiday or whatever it's called, like the actually activate. It's not even a trap hole card. Never mind. Probably not using this because you don't want to keep the monster on the field, right? You always want to exceed summon it off, so you're not using it during your opponent's turn. Then during your own turn, the only activatable trap card is like Treacherous. The rest are not really activatable during your own turn. Oh, Holiday is a whole trap? Okay. Oh, we're not getting it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, this, I don't think we're using this. Just because I don't think you want to keep the only time I see this being usable is if you go, you turn 1 with TRAPTRIX, does like your, it's not even turn 1 though, because the skill only lets you place one from hand during going second. Yeah, I don't think we're using this one. Yeah, I don't think we're using this one. Alright, Protector of the Agent's Moon. 2 fairy monsters. If this card's link summoned, you can send one Sanctuary of the Sky or one card that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. Very good, because there's cards in graveyard you want to use. If Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field or in the graveyard, you can add one Agent of Mystery Earth from your deck or graveyard to your hand instead. I don't think we're going to be doing that, because I think the skill just searches that anyway at the start. You can choose one fairy monster, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Alright, so you're mostly using this for the graveyard send whilst you're doing your combos with your shine balls and such. But the fact it has a removal on it as well is also pretty cool. So it's like a searcher and a potential removal source going second that can force out stuff before you continue comboing. So yeah, it seems like a pretty good card. Definitely going to use it, 100,000% it's going to be in your deck. Yeah, not much else to say, but it's 100% going to be used in your deck. There's no doubt about it. Alright, Pluto. So is this the Book of Moon? I think this is the Book of Moon effect. Maybe it's not. Once per turn, you can banish one monster from your graveyard, then target one effect monster on the field, change it to face down defense position. This is a quick effect if the Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field. Okay, yeah. You banish this card from the graveyard, add one Sanctuary of the Sky from your deck to your hand. You only use this effect once per turn. So, with this card specifically, what I've been seeing for end boards with this deck is you don't summon this thing most of the time, because most of the time you're going for your summon breaker line, if you're going for that version of the deck. But if you're up against a deck that doesn't care as much about summon breaker, something like Blue Eyes for example, Pluto becomes good then, because you won't go for summon breaker, you'll summon Pluto instead, and use Pluto to flip things face down. At least I think that's the general gist I got from what I saw people doing. But most of the time you're going for the Sunbreaker line, which you won't have this thing on the field then. Also, that's a 1-card combo, the Sunbreaker line, so extending upon the Sunbreaker line, you could probably go into this thing as well if you want it. So, seems pretty good. Yeah, seems pretty good. There's no TRAPTRIX links, Andre. No TRAPTRIX links. You're going to be playing no link TRAPTRIX. Alright, so I assume we're probably using this thing for either extending into it or for summon breaker, non-summon breaker lines maybe. Alright, finally onto the SRs. Oh, good versus Perform Mage as well. There you go. Are you using Perform Mage? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, Perform Mage is a fusion deck technically because I'm Magista, so flipping things face down isn't that great. Alright. Bang Lancer the Resurgent. 2 plant monsters. During the main phase as a quick effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, take damage equal to the attack, and if you do take damage, return it to the hand. Okay. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish 2 or more link monsters from your graveyard whose combined link range is exactly 4. Special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. Alright, so the ideal goal for this deck is you want to summon this thing and your other link 4 on turn 1, which is reasonably easily done if you open there's like multiple 2-card combos will get you there very easily, I'm pretty sure. And there's also a 1-card combo too, but I believe that uses only one of the skills, and we showed that on stream earlier, and we probably want to use the other skill. But I think we can probably get this thing out very easily. And in doing so, yeah, this thing is a just quick effect to remove one of your opponent's monsters. Has a fairly decent stat line as well. And it can revive itself, but you're probably reviving it for your combo anyway. Time limit intensifies. Dude, actual time limit deck. This is one of the this deck is an excuse for Duel Links to increase its timer right there. Which I'm not gonna lie, I've wanted the Duel Links timer to be increased for so long. So I would like the Duel Links timer to go up. One of the main reasons that I've actually been enjoying a little bit of Rush Duel recently is because the format's so simple. I don't have to worry about fucking the timer all the time. I fucking hate worrying about the timer. Even in Master Duel, it feels like you got like fucking forever to do your turn. But for some reason, Duel Links, bro, the turn times are so fucked. Actually should be increased. But anyway. Or at least like added the thing where when you pass the turn, you get added seconds. So you have like an extra 30 seconds during the opponent's turn to think. Anyway. Isn't it tea time by you? Tea time? Bro, it's 2:07 AM. A bit late for tea. Alright. Anyway, this card's really good. Definitely going to see play, and probably your turn 1 field if you can. Alright, on to a Shadow monster that's fucking randomly in here. I don't know why Shadow cards are in here, but... anyway. El Shadow Shakinhinanaga. Okay. 1 Shadow monster plus 1 Earth monster. Must be fusion summoned. When a special summon monster activates its effect while you have a Shadow card in your hand, quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. Then send 1 Shadow card from your hand to the graveyard. Ooh. You use the effect once per turn. Bro. Winder plus this setup? Ooh. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Shadow Spell Trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Bro, this deck was already meta. This card actually seems really fucking good. Dude, you should all fusion summon this thing out, and your opponent's disruption becomes worthless. Potentially. Or at least it stops your opponent potentially using disruption. Right, this card seems really good. Shadow is already a top tier deck, man, and this seems really good. This also adds, like someone mentioned in chat earlier, I forgot the name of the card. The thing that flips things face down as well. If you don't want to use the Shadow card. But if we use the Shadow Earth card, you can I don't know, this seems really fucking good. Like, we're definitely using this now. That seems so good. Stat line's pretty decent too. Yeah, Tackle Crusader. So you can send Tackle Crusader, so you can flip things face down. Which is pretty relevant, because if your opponent has like a 3000 attack monster, this thing can't necessarily beat over it. And if you don't have access to another fusion summon, then that's kind of annoying. So you can activate this, you can special summon this thing out, send a Tackle Crusader, target whatever annoying disruption your opponent has. Your opponent's forced to use it, slides the flip face down, you can negate it with this, then you can swing in with this to beat over it. I don't know, this seems really good. This is towers? Why is it a towers? Oh, because you mean the thing? No, yeah. That's on the flip effects though, right? We don't care. Nah, the flip effect's not great. The card towers? Huh? What? Wait, what? This thing? Oh, it's this card. Oh, you showed me bro, do I look like the kind of person that cares about lore, Marco? Come on, man. Do I look like a lore person? I don't give a fuck. This thing could be a fucking... Bro, you told me about lore about this card. Where's the lore for my boy down here? Where's my lore for Baboon? Okay, where's my lore for this card? Tell me more about this dude, okay? I want to know what monster this card relates to. Where's he from? Tell me his story, alright? I don't give a fuck about this shit. He's a baboon. Oh, true, he's a baboon and a tree. That's insane. Anyway, moving on. Looks like a tree is pooping. Don't ruin the card for me. Come on, man. INFERNOBLE Knight, Emperor Charles. If an equipped card becomes equipped to a monster on the field, even during the damage step, you destroy one card on the field. Was this guy in a quick play? Quick effects? No. I assume there's probably some quick effect though that can equip during your opponent's turn. During the end phase, you can equip one equip spell from your hand or graveyard to this card. Then you can equip one fire warrior monster from your deck to this card as an equip spell. That gives it 500 attack. Okay, so you can equip something to it, and then you can equip the other thing to it as well. Charles' artwork is amazing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Surprised Charles is an SR. I thought he'd be an ultra rare. Wait, does that mean Noble Knight's fairly... Or INFERNOBLE Knight's fairly cheap? Oh, this thing's an ultra rare. Maybe not then. I think maybe it was a cheap deck, but maybe not. Roll in a quick... Is roll in a quick effect? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So there's your quick effect pop right there. Very cool. So I assume the main combo for this deck involves going Roland plus a level 4 or something, make Charles. Is that generally how this deck works? And then you just use this thing's effect to equip the untargetable sword and the indestructible Ogier to it. Is that the general gist of how this deck works? You just... Yeah, okay. You have a quick effect pop and an untargetable indestructible 3000 attack monster. Okay. Is any good equipped besides smoke? I mean, other than the ones in archetype, probably not. Power of the Guardians, hell yeah, whip it out. Alright, moving on. This card seems pretty good. This is obviously your boss monster for the deck, so yeah, you're gonna be playing the archetype. I'm not gonna lie though, this might be a bold prediction, but from what I've seen from INFERNOBLE Knight, it seems not that insane of a deck. It doesn't seem that insane to me. It seems like a deck you're playing Gearfried though. Maybe Gearfried carries it hard. Maybe the INFERNOBLE stuff plus Gearfried actually becomes insane. But from just like pure INFERNOBLE Knight, if you weren't playing Gearfried, probably not that great. Can't remember how the skill worked too. Was it this deck had a skill, right? Was the skill insane? At least I thought it had a skill. Did it not? Oh, maybe it doesn't have a skill. I guess you use the Gearfried skill then. XD. I guess we just use the Gearfried skill. This deck's getting carried by Gearfried 100%. We're a Gearfried deck now. 100%. Metal Silver Armor. As long as you control the monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot use the effect of spell, trap, and monster effects to target one monster except the equipped monster. Except the equipped monster? Oh, so you put this thing in combination with the non-targetable thing. Yeah, I saw this in Makanko in Master Duel at some point. So you just make your thing so your opponent can't target it, and they can't use untargetable things too, right? Actually, no, never mind. That's not how that works. It just stops your opponent targeting other things on your field. I don't think that'll be relevant for this game. I don't think. I can't imagine you wanting to... I don't know. Don't think that's going to be super relevant. Right? Maybe it will be. Who knows? Alright, let's move on though. SUNAVALON, Dryad, Treasure, blah 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 blah. If this card is link summoned, you can add one SUNAVALON, spell a trap. Oh, this is the link for. If this is link summoned, you add one SUNAVALON, spell a trap card from your deck to your hand, which will be the negate trap most of the time. This card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects and cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. Once per turn, you can choose one link monster this card points to. Destroy any number of cards your opponent controls up to that monster's link rating. Alright, so this is going to be used on turn 1 to search for your trap card, which is the main use of it. And then it can also be used to potentially remove things as well. Yeah, not much else to say about it. You're just searching the trap card with this. This is the turn 1 setup. Is your link 4 with your trap card on field to negate the boys. Oh yeah, non-target remove too. Very, very bog. Very bog. Alright, moving on. TRAPTRIX Mantis. Alright. When this card is normal summoned, you can add one TRAPTRIX monster from your deck to your hand, unaffected by the effects of hold nor traps. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one set spell trap card, return that target to the hand, then you can set one spell trap card from your hand. So that second effect might seem a little weird, but it's super useful with what surface? With the other TRAPTRIX monster. Have we gone through it yet? Oh, it's already in the... I think that TRAPTRIX is actually already in the game. This one. This one, because this one grabs a trap card from the graveyard and puts it on your field. That trap card would normally get banished during the end phase. So this card helps grab that card and put it back in your hand and reset it, so it doesn't get banished. I think that's the main use of the second effect of this card. It can also be used, obviously, as if this is on the field and your opponent tries to, like, Cosmic Cyclone a spell a trap card, you can... Yeah, target one set spell trap card, return it to the hand as well. Which can be kind of useful. Yeah, it help protect your back row as well. But the other use is, of course, you can just use this thing to search for TRAPTRIX monsters, which is very good because you can use it to give cards to use with the skill as well, the discard from the skill. You can also use it to just, use normal summon this thing, search for a monster, activate the skill to second normal summon, or summon another monster. So you're playing 3 of this. You're 100% playing 3 of this. Ain't no way. You're all playing 16 copies of this if you can. Bounce back Crackdown? No, set. Only set cards. And that's a reprint. Borrowload Riot Dragon. So we briefly spoke about this earlier, but we'll go through it now. You can ritual summon this card with Heavy Interlock. When your opponent special summons a monster, quick effect, you can negate the special summon. If you do, destroy that monster. Then target this card or one rocket monster you control. Oh, then destroy this card or one monster. Yeah, blah, blah. If this card's in your graveyard, you can target one borrow or rocket monster in your graveyard, destroy one card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add the target to your hand. Alright, so a couple of things with this. It's a negate, and additionally, you can add it back to your hand, right? So you can just reuse it. Or reuse rockets. Yeah, so it can be used to, so it can search itself, right? Or add itself back. Which is how you sort of get it with the skill, because the skill can just dump it. Yeah, so if you want to play the new skill, you have to use this card. It's not really a choice, because the skill is super restrictive. But the card itself, it is only really one sort of disruption. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm not super confident in ROKKET as a deck with this card as the main focus of it, which is kind of what the new skill does. And if that's the case, I'm not super keen on it. A good ritual, no way. I mean, it's alright for a ritual, I'm just not super keen on it. It is one card comboable, which makes it definitely like something that's worth thinking about, especially considering then you can play a bunch of tech cards and I don't know. I'm not super confident in ROKKET. Old skill with the new ritual? I don't even know. I don't know, man. like, I'm gonna definitely give it a go, and it's not like it's the worst deck ever, it's just the current meta is so fucking strong right now that I'm not sure it competes as with this stuff. It's probably not a bad deck, and a few months ago this deck would have shit on a deck like fucking Tenyu trying to show off being a tier 1 deck. It's probably would have shit on that. But current meta, I don't know if it makes the cut. At max, I think it would be like a tier 3 deck. I don't think it has any chance being up here. I'd be very surprised. Then again, this deck does also search Lancia, so if everyone's still trying to play PK, hey, you've got just Lancia their ass, you know? So maybe Lancia carries the fuck out of this deck. Maybe it's just the fact that they can search Lancia that it carries the deck. Just Lancia, everybody. Actually. And like I said, it's not the worst deck. It's like, it sets up a 1-card combo, decent disruption monster that can recycle itself, and you got a trap card that, or you can search Lancia or whatever else, so will it be top tier? It might sneak its way in. I just don't think it's going to be super top tier, if it has any chance of being up here. I think it's probably going to be a rogue deck, though, if I was going to predict. Then again, some of my predictions have been awful in the past, so we don't talk about Tachyon. Alright, Court of Cards. If you control no monsters, or wait, it's a reprint. Majesty Hyperion. You spell summon this card from your hand or graveyard by banishing 1 agent monster from your hand, field, or graveyard. Once per turn this way, all damage you take from battles involving your fairy monsters are inflicted to your opponent. Once per turn, you can banish 1 fairy monster from your hand or graveyard and target 1 card in either graveyard, banish it. Alright, so main use of this card is it's level 8, and I believe Master Hyperion is 10. So this card plus 1 of the level 2s that you can turn into a tuner, or some other way, is how you make the big guy, right? So I think this is how you make the Master Hyperion most of the time, I think. If I remember that. I remember what the people were doing in the combos. Yeah, you turn the ball isn't a tuner innately, but you turn it into a tuner with the skill, right? I think. Oh, Earth? Is Earth a tuner? Are you level 2? Why I just searched the word Earth? That's like, you just show up your stupid card. Whatever, man. I don't care enough. But yeah, you're 100% using this card, like 1000%. And you're probably only playing 1. I don't see super amounts of reasons to play multiple, because you're just sending it to the graveyard, right? Pretty sure you just put this thing in the graveyard. So I don't think you're, I think you're probably only playing 1. You can probably play 2 if you want to, because it's like a brick or something, but yeah. How many came out the leaks? How can they search for Lancia? Which deck? Because there is 3 decks searching Lancia now. 3, right? What was the third one? Because, this deck searches Lancia because one of the cards searches a fairy monster, and Lancia is fairy. Like, it searches fairy if you have the field spell on the field, which you will. The ROKKET searches it because the skill literally just says, grab a card with 4,000 worth of stats, and Lancia happens to be 4,000 worth of stats. So that's 2 of them. That's the 2 of them. And I swear to God there was a 3rd deck that was searching it too. I swear to God. Forgot what was searching it. Either way, it don't matter. I swear there was a 3rd deck that was searching it I was thinking of earlier. DDD? No, it was a deck. It was a new box deck I thought that was doing it. Or something new box related. But anyway, let's keep going. Alright. Sunvine Sowing. This card is integral combo piece, so you're definitely playing it. Special summon a Sunseed monster from your deck, and if you do, take 500 damage. If you control no SUNAVALON Link monster, you can only special summon the Seed, or the Genius, whatever it's called. For the rest of this turn, after this effect resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except plant monsters. If a plant monster you control will be destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So you're definitely playing at least 1. Probably multiple though. Wait, it is halved? Wait a minute, you telling me they halved this, but they didn't halve the fucking other trap card for TRAPTRIX? That's fucked up if they did that. Wait, that is fucked up they actually did that. Come on, man. You can't half this, but not half the fucking trap hole card. Come on, this was paying fucking 1,000 per. Whatever. Either way, you're probably playing at least 2 of this. I don't think you play 3 though, because it's heavily searchable, so you're probably only playing 2. Alright. The Sacred Waters in the Sky. Activate 1, the Sanctuary of the Sky, directly from your deck, or add 1 monster that mentions from your deck to your hand. Then, if Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field or in the graveyard, you pay 500 life points for each Hyperion and Ancient monster you control. Oh, you gain 500, sorry. If your monster that mentions Sanctuary of the Sky will be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Alright, from what I've seen, we don't need this, right? From what I've seen, we weren't using this. But I guess you could use it to search for the extender pieces, maybe? Because your main combo doesn't need this. But it might be useful for like Counter Fairy or something that isn't actually the actual agent deck itself. Yeah, I don't think the deck actually uses this unless you want to use it for an extender. Let me just quickly look at some. Because there was an example deck list people were posting earlier. I'm just curious if people are running this at all, or thinking of running it. Let me have a look. I don't think they will. Oh no, he was playing. Is he playing 3 of it? And maybe we are playing 3 of it. I mean, I guess it does search for all the extendery cards. Maybe we are using it. So I know the actual combo itself doesn't need it, but it literally adds any. I mean, that's the thing is, it adds anything, but the deck itself doesn't, like, the actual combos are 1 card that ends on, like, your full field, but I guess you're searching for extenders with it. Because the skill itself also searches, right? So it's not like you need this thing to grab your starter, you just grab your starter. So it's like if your deck wants to play like 23 cards or something, and you don't need to search for a starter because your skill literally does it for you, it's kind of like, do we need a searcher? But I guess it searches for like the, like this dude, he helps play through things. So if you don't open Neptune, you're going seconds pretty bad. Skill adds treacherous. I think we're talking about the. Oh, you're replying to that guy. Alright, I guess you're playing it to search for the extenders. I mean, 3 of this is better than opening a slime ball, right? You know? So I might as well play 3 of it. Fuck it. Alright, moving on. Boral Sword Dragon. 3 effect monsters. Cannot be destroyed with battle. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one attack position monster, change it to defense position. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this activation. Once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect. Until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to half that monster's current attack. And if it does, this monster can attack, that monster's current attack is halved. Okay. Yeah, expect to see this card quite a lot. This is the new Link 4 everyone's going to be playing when they have a slot. This is actually the Link 4 everyone's going to be playing. If you have a space for a Link 4 and you're looking for a generic one, you're just playing this thing now. It is very, 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 very good. Before Access Code Talker was added to Master Duel, this was not Master Duel. Before Access Talker was added to Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, this was the Access Code Talker. You went for this every game for Lethal. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing this in any deck that has a slot available, you're going to play this card. It's not as relevant as something like Nightmare Unicorn, though, because Link 4s aren't as easily splashed in this game as they are in standard Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, in any deck that can make Link 4s, you'll probably slot this card in. Rattleline in Shambles, yeah. It's definitely better than that card, right? Just a double attacker that's yoinking attack. It's just killing your opponent every time you summon it. Yeah, goodbye Borrowload. Here's Borrow Sword. Like I think even Trickstar would probably slot this in, because I think Trickstar, not that many people play Trickstar anymore, but I think they were playing Borrowload, right? I could just, yeah, you can see it on screen right there. So yeah, so any deck that can potentially make a Link 4 can play it. Alright, moving on. Prank Kid buff? Not really. Prank Kid needs a going first to Link, not a going second on. Alright. Heritage of the Chalice. Add one Noble Knight monster or one Noble Knight arms card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If your Noble Knight monster equipped with Noble Knight's card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard while this card's in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. Oh, that sounds really fucking annoying. Okay, so if your opponent ever beats over a monster, you just give them back their searcher? That sounds really fucking annoying. Yeah, you're definitely playing 3 of this, because like you want a searcher, and the deck is already playing like 16 bricky equip spell cards, right? I'm not sure how this deck is going to look exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is one of those decks where it's going to be like 30 fucking cards or some bullshit. Like, it's one of those, because you got so much bullshit you just don't want in your hands. Just so many equip spells and whatever other garbage. So you're probably playing 30 cards, and then you definitely need a fucking searcher. You're 100% playing this thing. What a funny searcher though. If your opponent ever beats over your monster by battle, you just get your searcher back. That sounds kind of funny. Like, if your opponent ever forgets about this card, like they just try to like beat over one of your... Maybe they can't beat over your boss monster, they just beat over one of your side hoes with an equip spell on it. You just get this thing back. Sounds kind of funny. But yeah, you're gonna want 3 of this in your Noble Knight's card, in your Noble Knight deck, which is probably why the oh, there's another ultra rare for this deck? Oh damn, this deck isn't cheap, man. Reynard or Renaud. If you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay. If summoned this way, treat this card as a tuner. Okay. You can only special summon INFERNOBLE and run it once turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can target one of your fire monsters or one of your equipped spells that is banished from your graveyard. Add it to your hand. So an extender becomes a tuner and adds back fire monsters or equipped spells. Okay. Sounds pretty good to me. You could even use it with the mill effect of this, right? Add back something. Do we need another tuner in this deck though? I thought the goal was you making this thing as the tuner. What do you need a level 1 tuner for in this deck? I guess Gearfried plus this? Is Gearfried? Gearfried's level 8, right? No, Gearfried's level 9. What do you need a level 1 tuner for? Oh, is this guy level 6? Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh, to make this card you need it. I'm stupid. Yeah, you have to get to level 5. Okay, yeah. You're right. I'm stupid. You had to make this thing in the first place. I'm dumb. Okay. Yeah. I'm dumb. Alright, moving on. Let's move on from me being stupid. Load by a Blossom. Once per turn, you trip one face-up plant monster, spare someone plant monster from your deck. Yeah, you don't need this card. Unironically, you don't need this. For the deck it's probably being added for, you don't actually need it. In fact, I don't think you will play it. Yes, it is a good card, but for the deck, this deck, I don't think you need it. The skill searches for your monster you're grabbing with this. The skill, not the skill, you can play the spell card that special summons stuff from your deck. Like, it's just, yeah, current Duel Links, you don't need it. So, if you want to invest in it now for later decks, probably should. But current decks, if you want to just play this deck as cheap as possible, because you can literally build this entire deck with one box rotation currently. Literally just one box rotation will be build the entirety of the SUNAVALON deck. Then don't even bother with this card. You don't even need it. Line fire into fucking baboon. This is a fucking plant. Oh, it is. It's a tree, right? Hell yeah. Never mind, boys. 3 of this card, otherwise you're not searching your baboon. What's even the point of living if you can't search your baboon, you know? What's even the point? The plant Gemini you use with it? Plant Gemini? Fuck. No. Oh. Bro, let me fucking search me card. Plant Gemini. This dude? I mean, we have got it. Is that the card we're talking about here? Batman? I mean, that sounds pretty cool. You can make a big sinker out of that. Gigaplant. This guy's a based name, though. Gigaplant. Gemini Monster KW. Okay. Yeah, still don't think you played this in SUNAVALON, but yeah, I guess I don't know. Yeah, cool card. Probably not too useful right now though. Moving on. TRAPTRIX Mermello. All right. When this card is normal, oh my god. Sorry. When this card is normal summoned, you can add one whole normal trap from your deck to your hand. If this card is special summoned, target one spell trap card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. This is one of those cards you want to play 16 of in your deck. Yeah, just if you 20 card deck list, play 20 of this. I guess you need a trap hole as well, so maybe 19 of this in a trap hole card. Yeah, very, 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 very good card. Both effects are fantastic. First effect's obviously insane. Second effect is if you can special summon it with whatever you're doing, whether that be with like the other Xyz monster or... I just don't think there's any other way you special summon with this current version of TRAPTRIX, right? It's basically just the Xyz monster and... Was it you? I guess you could, but I don't think we're playing this, I don't think. But this card can summon it back if you want to, pop macro. But you're mostly just using it for normal summon, grab a trap hole. Waifu tags? Okay, we're being very careful with waifu here, okay? We're being very careful with this card and saying the word waifu. Let's be careful, alright, boys, on that one. Okay, moving on. Double Disruptor Dragon. Then why are we going through the ultra rares quicker than we went through the fucking normals? Why was it harder to go through these cards than it was to go through the ultra rares? We're speed running these cards, actually. We spent like 3 hours on this shit down here, and then we're fucking spending 30 seconds on the ultra rares? What's going on there? The FBI, get him. Don't get me. Get that one chatter. The guy that said waifu tax. This guy here. FBI, he's right there. Get him, right there. That dude. Fuck. Click on my screen again. Get him, boys. She's an insect. Don't be starting with these 1,000-year-old Demon King fucking arguments, alright? We're not getting into that. Alright, Double Disruptor Dragon. You can tribute this card, then target 2 rocket monsters in your graveyard with different names. Special summon them in Defense Mission. Okay, this seems way better than the other high-level rocket card we got. You banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 rapid trigger or heavy interlock from your deck or graveyard to your hand to search as the ritual spell. Okay. I guess this is why we spend so little time on the ultra rares, because they're just like, okay, you're including this card. This thing is a tribute, bring back 2 rockets, and it's also a It's the way you search for your ritual spell for the ritual combo, so you gotta use it. Ritual Searcher, it's a high-level monster for your skill. It can be normal summon because of your skill, because it has exactly 4,000 attack, right? So it's searchable with the skill as well. Yeah, you're playing this card. 100%. It's called Double Disrupt Dragon with 0 negates on false advertising. True. Main normal summon with the skill, yeah. You're definitely playing this card. Probably at 3 as well. Alright, Neptune. This card is really good. You can discard this card, spirit summon one agent monster from your hand or graveyard except the Agent of Light Neptune, but it cannot be triggered until the end of your opponent's turn. So the reason this card is so good is, let's say your opening hand is Venus. You normal summon your Venus. There it is. Venus. You normal summon your Venus, and your opponent decides to be a douchebag and activates Effect Veiler. You're now very sad because your monster's been negated. But let's say you activated your skill. You put a second Venus in your graveyard. Oh dear, now you have a card that says discard, bring back the Venus. And all of a sudden, you full combo through Veiler. Not only that, of course, if your opponent has any other forms of disruption, Book of Moons, their banishes, their floodgates, their trap holes, whatever they've got to disrupt your combo, if you have a Neptune in hand, you play through it. So I think this is probably the main reason you definitely want 3 of this. Because your skill can, yeah, you can search for this thing to play through disruption with this. So I'm pretty sure the skill just searches for Venus by itself, right? So you can just search for this card as well. Oh no, it doesn't search for it. It only sends cards to the graveyard. Oh no, it does search. I'm stupid. Either way. So you can use the skill to search for the agent. You can use this thing to search for your Neptune. Because Neptune is just plays through everything. So that's why, yeah, you want 3 of this in your deck. Yeah. You don't have gems? Hey, don't worry. 1 rotation of this box is all it takes to play the new plant deck, so go your hardest. You don't need many gems for that. How many gems is it for 1 full rotation of a box? Actually, fuck it. Let's see how long it takes before we get all the SRs. We get the 2 copies of this and... Was it just 2 copies of this and probably only 1 of this and 1 of this? How many gems do I need to spend? Alright, we already got 1. Done. 2,500 gems, and we have the full SUNAVALON deck. Look at that. Even got 2 copies of this dude. So unless you get really unlucky, it's probably pretty cheap to get the full SUNAVALON deck. You got lucky? Hang on. Let's test the luck. Hang on. You're saying I got lucky. Let's see if it was actually streamer luck. No, 2,500 again. It's not even hard. It's just not hard. It's just not hard, guys. I'm telling you. It's easy. The fact that it's not working, it's not updated? Oh. Anyway. Wait, does it say 30 packs? Oh. Never mind. I think we've seen why I was getting it so consistently. I think we see why I was getting it consistently. Wait a minute. And moving on. Final card in the box. A card that I haven't seen anywhere or any excitement for it, so I assume it's not that exciting. Cyber's Ritual Tuner. You ritual summon this card with Signet Ritual. During your main phase, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extract or banishing materials mentioned on it from your field or graveyard, including a Cyber's monster. If this card is into the graveyard as synchro material, you can tie one Cyberburst monster or one ritual spell in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Alright, I have seen literally nothing about this card, so I have no fucking clue if we care about this. Is this part of the Dark Fluid combo strat that we're doing? Do we actually care for this? What are we doing with this thing? I mean, it adds back a Cyberburst monster from graveyard, which is kind of cool. Oh, this is the main card for Dark Fluid, so we need this. Okay, okay. How many do we need, though? Is this the 3-off for the Dark Fluid deck? Is this 3-off for your Dark Fluid skill? It's a 1-off? Okay. Alright, well. Not sure how this deck's going to work, so I don't know much about it, but it's probably alright. Cyberburst Witch? Do I have to? Do I have to? Witch. If a monster spell or summon to a zone this card points to, you can banish one spell from your graveyard as Cyberburst Ritual monster or ritual from your deck to your hand. This is how you search it? Okay. Okay. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for the box review though, boys. What do you reckon? What is the top tier and what is the garbage? So the deck we can't really review from this, and we have to sort of just not really talk too much about, is Dark Fluid, because Dark Fluid, we haven't got full leaks of what the whole structure deck is yet. So you can make sort of assumptions about Dark Fluid, but not really. But the rest of the box, we've got everything. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking, chat? Baboon draw 7. Hell yeah. Shadol tier 0. I reckon Shadol will be very good out of this. Like they're getting a buff on a tiered deck. They are going to be great. Tree, I think it could be tier 3 if the extra deck room doesn't turn out to be a problem. If the extra deck space turns out to be a huge problem and has like no recovery because it literally just has no extra deck monsters left, then it might suck. But it could be a top tier. I'd like it to be top tier because it's cheap. What's on the 27th? Is that 27th for you though? Or and then he tells you where it comes out here. It comes out in 3 days. It comes on the 27th at 10:30 AM my time. There you go. 3 days and 7 hours. Oh yeah, also important for everyone watching. If you are someone that is making combos or whatever else from this new box, tomorrow I'll be doing a video on a bunch of combos from the new box using all the new archetypes, showing off what some of the stuff they can set up turn 1, all that kind of stuff. So if you have any interesting combos or things you've been doing with the new box, normally 1 to 2 card combos only, preferably 1 card, then join my Discord and post a dueling book replay showing them off, and I'll show them in the video tomorrow. I've got channels set up for all the different decks. So if you have any combos you want to show off, I've already got a couple pinned already. I think I have a couple in Agents already pinned. There was some Rocket ones pinned as well. So if you have any combos you want to particularly show off, then feel free. So I'll be doing that video tomorrow. Not sure which ones I'm still missing. I think I'm missing replays mostly for TRAPTRIX and Cyberburst, but the Cyberburst one might be pretty hard. Why do I have a Deflua channel, by the way? Do we even go through a single Deflua card? Yeah, also an INFERNOBLE. I've got no combos set up for that too. So if you have an INFERNOBLE combos or TRAPTRIX combos you want to set up, that'd be great. Oh, it was a leaked skill. We just didn't see in this round of leaks. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's little review.
Games on motorcycles!
Decks that I think are going to be good. I think the TRAPTRIX deck seems like it might be okay. I think Agent seems like it'll be the best deck out of this. INFERNOBLE is probably alright-ish. And SUNAVALON, if the extra deck space isn't too much of a problem will be a good deck as well. That's my prediction of this box. Thank you guys for the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed chatting and talking shit. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, tomorrow video will be out for combos and stuff from this box. Feel free to check that out as well.